All right, we are live. Welcome everybody to the Jeremy Howell after party. Jeremy is not with us quite yet. He will be here with us shortly, but in the meantime,
Neil's gonna sing us some Queen's
Empire. There you go.
Baby steps. Let them start with some White Lion when the children cry.
Wait, no, stop. Once again, you're getting booted out of this chat. Fuck, Justin. What the hell?
If I was scared of getting booted out, I figured I would have gotten booted out the minute that I said I was a Patriots fan and you're a Seahawks
fan. He's got a point.
Yeah. Cheating fucking bastards. Anyway. Deflate Gate. That was awesome.
Yeah. Deflate Gate, Spy Gate.
Yeah.
Robert Kraft getting prostitutes gate.
Yeah. Everything's got to have gate at the end of it now, right?
Yeah.
They put a nice little spice on anything. It's just immediately accepted. You just put gate on the end of it. They're just like, yeah. Conspiracy.
Yeah, instantly everyone's like, "Oh, I got to look this up." I got to look this up. And try not to slam the gate on your way out, fucktard.
Right.
I shouldn't say words like that. They're not good.
They're hard to break.
Well, the fuck part's fine. The tard part, not so much.
Well, I mean, indeed. But I mean, you get used to saying stuff like that for years and years and years. And then, you get an epiphany like, hey, I might actually be an asshole for this. It's really hard to break shit like that.
Well, we're all conditioned by our surroundings over our lifetimes. Mm-hmm. And what seems to be the norm one day shouldn't be the norm later on in life, right? So,
yeah. Well, I mean, it's that moment of clarity. It's that epiphany that you get that you're like, you notice something about yourself and you want to change it and you take steps to try to change something about yourself. That is a step closer to doing good than a lot of people who just roll with it and saying like, well, I'm already an asshole.
Oh, I am an asshole. I can be the biggest asshole. Fuck, I sound like Trump.
My theme song is Dennis Leary's "I'm an Asshole."
Yeah. I'm an asshole.
No, I can be a pretty big asshole myself. Used to be pretty bad actually, and once you hit a certain point, you're just like, hold on, what the fuck am I doing? Like, you just change. And
I'm an empathetic asshole.
Well, is that what that says? You spelt it wrong.
I remember when I first
that was you on Limp Bizkit's last album cover, wasn't
it? When I got out the military, I was just screaming "fuck" every three times every sentence, and then I get around my wife's grandparents that are churchgoers, and they don't do the F-bomb. And then I'll accidentally drop it, and I'll be like, "It's so fucking stupid." And I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm so fucking sorry. I'm fucking sorry."
Let me see.
It's weird. It's like a ghost town. Who's streaming right now?
No idea.
I know Mr. Atheist is streaming, but that usually doesn't draw too many people away from us. There's got to be some kind of dumpster fire happening right now.
Well, Jen's Little Corner is streaming. Mr. Atheist Dragnet streaming. Well, actually, Dragnet's probably not still streaming. That was over an hour ago. So, why is it not coming up? Vert the frick. Oh, there it is. There it is. Using it to bully the disabled. Oh, Brandon's in the chat. Hi, Brandon.
At least somebody showed up.
Oh, he says he doesn't have a problem with tard or even retard unless you're using it to bully disabled people, which I don't do. I've had a friend of mine for many, many years. His name's Andy Gillingham, and he's a mentally disabled individual. Not like Down syndrome or anything like that, but he's got some brain issue. I can't remember the name of it. But he used to run around chasing buses, yelling numbers at buses and stuff like that. And a lot of people would push him down and try to kick him, and then I'd take those people and throw them into like fucking bus stops and into ditches and shit like that, kick the fuck out of them because they would bug the guy. Because I grew up knowing the kid, right? So, so I don't actually ever do stuff like that because it's really fucking shitty thing to do.
I wonder if there's, because words can be reappropriated, of course. Wonder what the time frame is, though. I don't think there's really an exact time frame. I think it depends on the severity of the word, the cultural differences that happen along the way. Because hate speech, no matter if it's, you can just say a word that is a word of hate speech when you're using it to just describe something or to describe what somebody said. And just speaking the word, they're not fucking magic, it's, you can say the word, but if it's directed at somebody, if you're trying to hurt somebody, no matter if it's a word of hatred or not, it's the intent behind your words that give them true meaning. And I wonder what the time frame is for using words like fucktard. And because you're not really, when you say that, this person obviously isn't mentally retarded, they just did something stupid, or they're just an asshole. Mm-hmm. And we've reappropriated that word, but I try to back away from stuff like that because of the sensitivities that we're trying to eliminate hate speech and anything connected to somebody making fun of somebody with mental retardation, that we just want to back away from that because we're becoming more caring as a society to sensitivities of people. And let's not spew hatred, and let's not back things up that encourage people being assholes,
Right.
No, and I'm kind of on the fence, because you got words like snowflake and people are too sensitive nowadays, and there's a lot of backlash with that. You can't. We're moving away from being assholes. that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
And it's hard to accept it as a society that people are too sensitive. Like, no, we weren't sensitive enough. We don't consider people. Now, people get pissed off at the stupidest things. And, oh, my God, you can't say blah, blah, blah. There's going to be people that overreact all the time. No matter how society goes, you're just going to have people that overreact. But we really need to take into account that for the longest time, hatred has been ingrained in our society. And to try to put people down, and it's awful. And we're moving away from that. And it's going to be a long, hard struggle to get ourselves to a point to where we can accept people for being people.
Wow. Every time I type into the chat, having trouble connecting. Please check. I wouldn't be running right now if I didn't have an internet connection, you fucking moron, StreamYard.
Yeah, take it. It's YouTube.
Jeremy said he needed a new link. I did put one there, but it didn't pop up the same way that it did last time. It actually is just the link in words rather than the picture that pops up with the StreamYard logo and stuff.
Yeah.
So he's on his way. He's on his way.
All right.
Longest fucking pee ever.
Blazing Saddles, yes.
Blazing Saddles. Of course, I've seen the movie Mongo Fear Change.
Badges? I don't need no stinking badges.
Have you ever seen
pretty much anything Mel Brooks? I mean, come on.
Have you ever seen UHF, Justin? The Weird Al Yankovic movie?
No, I haven't.
Dude, find it and watch it because it's fucking funny. The guy from Kramer, UHF it's called. Kramer from Seinfeld is in it. He plays the janitor at the radio station. And
my mop!
My mop! There's Jeremy. Hey.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
I put the link
Sorry about that. I'm like, where is the link?
I put it there, but it didn't pop up like with the picture and everything the second time for some reason.
Weird. Okay.
Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
Yeah. I thought he was just having a really long smoke.
No, well, I did. There were a couple of people that are always out there smoking, usually around the time I go for my break. And one of the girls that is always out there at that time, she rolled a fucking monster doobie. Like, holy shit. Like, holy fuck, girl. Cheech and Chong would be proud of you.
One of them
Miss
backwoods.
What's that, Jared? Or Justin?
You ever seen them the backwoods? My younger brother, he gets these backwoods, which are like actual giant ass tobacco.
Oh,
leaves.
yes.
And he rolls like 4 grams into one big one. I was like,
wow.
Wow, that's a waste.
What's going on, Matthew?
I am sitting around doing nothing.
Yeah, welcome to what everyone else is doing.
Hello.
Hey, Rando, here.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I have some time on my hands because our industry is a little slow.
Yes, but you're an essential service, so you need to still be out there.
Actually, I found out that my industry is actually what they call critical.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, you're the trucks that move everything from place to place. Of course, you're critical.
Yeah, and what's odd is like they even classify us furniture movers, the specialty products division. So I'm on the specialty products division of Schrader Moving Systems, which is a United Van Lines agent. So even they consider relocation and moving services critical as well. But with the slowdown, they're actually having to find other stuff for us to haul. So that's what I'm kind of waiting on right now.
Huh.
I gotta adjust my pillow thingy here. There we go.
You have a pillow, you lucky bastard?
Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those. What do you call it? It's a pillow.
Is it a donut? What do you got? Hemorrhoids? Like
no, it's a pillow. It's a pillow for your phone and your iPad, whatever, tablet. So I just picked this up.
You're talking one of those pillows with a tray on it, so you can like you hold it in bed and stick it on your fat belly and put your stuff on there. And
it's this wedge thingy.
I've never seen one of those before.
Yeah, they're on they're if you go over to the Walmart.
It's a sex pillow.
Yeah, maybe. you could wedge it on your lower back. I wouldn't because I'm never
that sounds
in that
comfy.
position. Yeah. Well, maybe for your chick, but no, but yeah, I got it over at the Walmart.
For your chick.
For your chick.
I prefer women.
Yeah. Whatever
Chicken's
you call
a little
them.
feathery, but if you're into that, no kink shaming.
If you're into a little bestiality, you'll be all right.
Hey,
Well, at least we didn't get into waifus. That's where I thought that one was going.
That's the thing about these after parties. You never know where we're going.
Well, especially if you get me and IQ and Duke Bonanza. You get us all going, and who knows?
Yeah.
Well, this is a real thing with Jehovah's Witnesses. They have a whole video telling their Bethelites not to be using pillows for Cornelia.
What the hell is that?
Well, they have a problem with because Bethelites are so sexually repressed. They can't masturbate and they don't have wives or anything. So they have a problem there with their Bethelites humping pillows. That's such a bad problem that they actually made a video with the governing body telling people, and it's like the Pope. It's like the Pope of Jehovah's Witnesses telling people not to hump their pillows.
It's a sin against God to hump your pillow.
I honestly never thought I'd hear the words that somebody would have to tell someone else to not hump their pillow.
Oh yeah, we call it Pillowgate.
Yeah, we were
Gate.
just talking about the whole gate thing earlier. You just need to put the word gate at the end of it, and all of a sudden it's this massive pizza gate. What the hell else were we saying there, Justin?
Well, there was Deflate Gate. There was Spy Gate.
Yeah. Spy Gate, yeah.
There was
No, that's
Frank
fucking
Gate.
funny. Like they steal all the pillows because it's like a pillow humping pandemic, you know.
They're not
And
getting
you
my
know,
fucking-
you catch them at Walmart, you know, and they're like in the pillow section, and then like seem like extra firm, and they're just like standing there crying.
Right. Well, and I'm thinking about boom pow. I'm thinking about like how this even came up because they have like housekeepers there, and I'm sure their housekeepers were like going to remake the beds and like, why is this pillow so stiff? Oh no. You have to report to the
Like
governing
the
body.
sock.
Why is this pillow crispy?
No, I can see the pillow section now. It's like, you know, soft, firm, extra firm, used.
And
Crusty.
Crusty.
Crusty. Crusty will save you more money, I guess.
Yeah.
Reminds me of
They
that
give
show, Big Mouth. You ever seen that show with the kids going through puberty?
Yeah.
There's one kid in here who just goes at it with his pillow like all day long.
Oh.
I can honestly say I never thought to do that at all growing up.
I never did either. I did, you know.
I'm missing out, I guess. Maybe there's some pillow love that I should have known about it.
Well, you're a practical not guy, Neil. You're gonna be like, I gotta put my face on this later.
Who said it had to be
I want
that?
it all wet.
My roommate's got pillows.
As long as we're not talking about peanut butter yum yums.
I don't know.
What the hell is that?
It involves peanut butter and your dog.
Oh.
That one didn't need much of an explanation.
A mild
No,
form of bestiality.
mild.
A mild form of bestiality. You're not inserting it. You're just letting the dog. Yeah. Actually, there's this comic that I was just telling one of my girlfriends about when I seen her. Hi, y'all. Anyway,
together.
he goes, yeah, that's cool.
Safe space.
Anyways, he goes,
Yeah.
he goes, yeah, I took this girl home from the bar one night, and we were having sex, and the dog just starts licking my butt. And she's like, and he goes,
Been there.
yeah, and she's like, Sparky, get out of there! Like, wait a minute. You know, he's having a good time.
I don't mind.
I'm certainly having a good time. Who's getting hurt here?
Yeah. He's tickling my prostate. I'm good with this.
Yeah. Let's talk about this for a minute.
I can tell you guys right now, this video is definitely not getting monetized.
It's gone. I'm sorry. Hi,
Yeah,
Nathaniel
sorry.
and Susan. Nice to meet you.
Susan,
Jeremy.
I am so glad you made it to your destination. I did notice that Nate wasn't chewing on people's faces on Twitter.
Hey, I calm my chewing on people's faces on Twitter down considerably. I actually, even though I'm still an atheist, I'm no longer an activist.
Yeah, what happened to you? You kind of disappeared, dude.
Well, I have a girlfriend that, because we're polyamorous, I have a girlfriend that is not religious at all, and the other one is very, very super religious, and she's seen some of the stuff that I, engage with theists on Twitter, and she admitted that it does hurt her feelings, and I'm like, well, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to stop being an atheist, but I'll stop being an activist. I can keep my mouth shut, but I don't have to believe in the bullshit.
Yeah. All the power to you, brother, because I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, I reached a
It's
point
hard.
where I was no, I'm done.
I got
Nobody knows the situation better than you, Matthew. So
Yeah, it's hard.
You do you do what you think is best for your situation.
I appreciate
I'm
that.
certainly not going to judge getting yourself into that type of situation, because that's where I'm kind of at. But though when I was dating my wife, she was not religious.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of turned that way. So, given how I understand, we were fucking party animals. We would put back an entire handle bottle of vodka, just the two of us, in an evening.
Holy cow!
Challenge accepted.
That's a lot of vodka.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll go toe to toe with you with scotch.
Yeah, see, I'm a Scotch guy.
Yeah, me
Matthew
too.
here.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Nathaniel's over here all like, beer, yeah!
Oh, I like my beer too.
Well, right now, I'm since there is no scotch to be found, I'm having me some coronavirus.
As long as you got some Lyme disease to go with it.
And it's extra, so I'm getting extra coronavirus with it. They did a study in the United States. 37% of Americans won't buy Corona beer because they think it's going to give them the coronavirus. I'm like, how stupid are you? That shows you.
Those are the ones. So that answers your question.
Yeah,
that's about the same approval rating of Donald Trump. So he's pretty correlated.
Yeah.
Well, 60% of Americans think 60. What is it? I read it. I retweeted it today. 60% of Americans think he's doing a good job with handling the coronavirus. To which I said, 11,000 today think he's doing horribly.
Because there were 11,000 new cases today.
Yeah, we're gonna be China's number in I extrapolated that out a day and a half.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I retweeted the thing with the Ian Malcolm I hate being right all the time from Jurassic Park, because I said that the 24th and I extended it to the 25th when hospitals would start being like, motherfucker, we don't know what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
That was the CNN headline today too. So I was like, I hate being right about this shit. But yeah, 60% of people think that he's doing a great job.
Have these fucking people not seen everything that he's said about it up until a couple weeks ago, until people started dying?
Well, even now.
Until we ran out of toilet paper. Is that what it fucking took him? We ran out of toilet paper, and then he was like, oh, okay, now it's a problem. Every time he's talked about it for the past fucking 3 months, it's under control. Don't worry about it.
It'll disappear.
Not a big deal.
It'll disappear.
Okay, boomer.
Not only fucking getting rid of our pandemic office in 2018.
All of a sudden, we need him. He was notified ahead of time that this was.
Yeah, he's doing a great job.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic.
I should point out, by the way, that healthcare professionals have been warning presidents and administrations about this for decades. They had been saying, stop taking funding. They told Clinton. Clinton said, fuck you. In his case, he didn't actually fuck them, which might have been good for them.
He just had his dick sucked by them,
instead of Monica Lewinsky.
He went for Monica instead.
Which
got some news coverage.
Monica's, it's
a good thing.
See that. And Monica's awesome, by the way. And
she's great.
Told George W. Bush, and he was like, "Is it oil? Nope. Then I don't care."
I mean,
and then,
I'm probably not going to do anything about this.
Yeah, and then they told Obama, and he was like, and Obama was like, Michelle, they're saying they what? No. And that's how that went. And then Donald Trump went, what's a virus?
What the fuck?
So that's how that. So by the way, the healthcare system we already knew was pretty fucked. And if you're an American, you knew that anyways.
Yeah, that was well known from ages ago.
But it's not just this administration that has said fuck the healthcare system. It's been.
This is why I live in Canada.
Yeah, we've talked about this.
Yes, we have.
But I went in. You saw like the tweet thread that I did, not the one today where I went through and why I wrote to that guy and I said, here's all the reasons that the 1 Corinthians chapter 13 thing with the pre-Pauline creed of the 500 people. This is why you can say this probably didn't happen.
Yeah.
I have a longer tweet thread and I tagged my favorite Trump supporting people. And I said, here's all the lies that he's told about the virus and the disease, which he doesn't know the difference, in March. And there's like, there's 77 or 78. And there's more now.
Oh, of course.
So, golly.
Yeah.
And the Christians are all like, yay, he's the best ever. Like,
yeah, no shit. I was just thinking that number, that 60% approval, that has to be like 60% of the Republicans, because if you was to poll us liberals, it'd be like 0.
No. Remember what it was? 27.
Yeah.
27%
of the liberals.
Yeah.
Really?
According to Gallup.
Yeah, it's Gallup.
Really?
So,
Yeah.
They never
I
asked
guess
me.
what that actually means is that
Yeah, no
40% of Americans haven't heard they're getting a check for $1,000 yet.
Yeah, no shit. Those are the ones past the $72,000.
I thought it was $500 per kid.
Well, here's what it is.
Nobody fucking knows yet because it's just a big shit storm.
I do.
Yeah, no shit.
He does.
I actually do. Yeah. So now, mind you, this doesn't actually match what Nancy Pelosi and House Democrats unveiled this morning in their $1,200 stimulus plan, which Suris and I were talking about, and I think we're going to do a video on it tomorrow. But what this
Just give me one quick sec. I want to do a little intro here. Jeremy, this is Chris, the Daily Atheist. I was telling you about that you should go on his morning show. So now you know what to look for, and he's on Twitter as well. And I think you'd be a good addition for his show. Definitely.
Yeah, I think so. By the way, Jeremy, when I get a chance, I really like to talk to you. Just like in, I don't care if it's like a DM or something, because man,
I like to talk to everybody.
Good.
It's true.
And Neil can tell you, I just randomly message him. So
all the time.
Oh, I randomly message Neil too.
This is me at 4 a.m. sometimes. What the fuck do you want now, Nathaniel?
To be fair, that was before I moved to the West Coast and realized what time zones were.
You
it was
followed me
7
on Twitter, and I didn't see.
I don't know if I did. Did I? Oh, I did. Yeah, I definitely did.
His name is Susan's boyfriend.
Yeah, that's his.
I'm Susan's boyfriend on
And
Twitter.
I'm Susan. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
I think they can put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
Somebody wrote me a message today on Twitter and said, "Oh, you changed your full name to Susan, to like her boyfriend. She must be really awesome." And I said, "Yeah." But so here is what the compromise or whatever the fuck. So a lot of businesses are still getting a fuck ton of stuff because businesses are people, apparently. Thanks, Mitt Romney. As long as you paid taxes in 2018 or 2019, preferably both, and you are above 17, you will receive $1,200 if you're single and $2,400 if you are a legally married couple. It honestly doesn't matter if you are or not, because $1,200 a person, and $500 for every person under 17 that lives in your home.
Yep.
But there's a limit of 3 kids, though.
Yep, and there are restrictions as well. So there are certain people like with disabilities and things like that don't have to pay taxes. There's a question about what's going to happen with them. But not only that, this money will not be here and likely will not be deposited into 88% of Americans' bank accounts until almost June. To which I said to the federal government, we're dying today.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
And businesses are failing today. Now here's the big problem with it though. First off, where are you going to get the money from, Republicans? How are we going to pay for it? Secondly, it doesn't do anything to cover healthcare. It doesn't do much to cover, again, people with like disabilities that haven't paid taxes. Mm-hmm. Now, people above 70, I think it's above 75,000 they're not getting any money, mm-hmm. which is great. And then I think that
it's 99,000.
Yeah, I think 75,000 is getting like a third or something, and then above 99,000 is not getting anything. Yeah. It also doesn't put a moratorium on evictions.
No.
It gives a ton of money to businesses, especially like Boeing, to which I constantly say, build me an airplane that can fly and I'll give you fucking money. And yes, it is awful. This that's coming through is not great because this is the reason that yesterday they were like, hey, you should borrow away from your 401k. To which I said, wait, you want me to take away from my retirement money because you fucked up?
Yeah, no shit.
Because you decided that it was okay for us to die? And because
it was a hoax?
Yeah. He said Democrats were using it as a hoax. So he technically didn't say a hoax, but that's what he fucking means.
Oh, everything is a hoax to him.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's all fake news.
The other
Fake
things
news.
though is when we look at it, and again the 1200 page thing that came from Pelosi this morning is really awesome. I'm still reading through it. It's really great. It's why Republicans are going to hate it. But this is again more focused toward businesses. Businesses, if they're smart, and I went over this yesterday, if the people that own businesses are smart, they're not going to fire their employees anyways. Because how much more does it cost to hire extra employees, to train them, and also the revenue lost, not only while you're training them, but also when they don't know what the fuck they're doing for the first month and a half. And they don't have anybody to tell them what to do. So businesses like Best Buy, or Costco or Cheesecake Factory, fuck off, Cheesecake Factory. Give your people good benefits before you start telling me you're not going to pay your rent.
Yeah, fuck
No shit.
All of those, they're getting like all these huge fucking bailouts and stuff. Also like interest free. So there's a lot in there that's not great for us. But also, you give me a one-time check of $1,200 in May. Thanks. It's March.
Yeah. It's like, that's not going to do me any good when I'm suffering now.
Yep. And there's no agreement on SNAP benefits, what amount that's going to be, or how they're going to expand or extend that. And it's like, what'd you guys even do? Like, it should have been easy. Neither Rand Paul nor Mitt Romney are there. It should have been easy for you to say, hey, now it's 48, 47. Let's do some shit.
Yeah.
We just need to invite Elon Musk over and say, what do we do, boss?
No shit.
Sorry.
Well, I feel like... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't mean to... I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I'm just glad that I'm in an industry where I can work where others can't.
Yeah, well, we need guys like you, though, dude.
Are you a
trucker?
Yeah, it was all like, judging from the headset, he's a trucker.
I was going to create some kind of job, so I'm happy that you just have a regular one.
I'm a porn star.
Toilet paper refill guy.
I knew it.
But he's at a loss right now because everyone stole all the fucking toilet paper.
Sure.
So I have to replenish.
You said porn star. I kind of wonder how that's going right now.
It's probably not.
Probably pretty good because everybody's at home. So
yeah,
depends on if there's pillows.
Isn't Pornhub Premium free right now?
For New York, for New York City.
For Italy, I think they were offering it free as well.
I was really quick to respond to that.
Now, Matthew, what's your exposure to other people? Because I mean, I do HVAC on a daily basis, so I'm in like 4 different houses every single day.
Shit.
I only usually have normally with our industry, like I said earlier, I'm on the specialty products division of Schrader Moving Systems, which we haul for Harley Davidson, Honda, Suzuki, Polaris. We also do Matrix fitness equipment, Woodway treadmills, trade shows. So I have some exposure to people, but it's usually not within 6 feet. I can stay away from people. So
that's my dream right there.
Yeah.
That's why I carry around one of them giant super soakers. If anyone comes within fucking 5 feet of me, I'm hosing those bitches down.
As long as it's just got sanitizer in it. Exactly.
And when you do that, let me know where you're getting this hand sanitizer from, because I'm running out.
Yeah.
Tons of work.
Oh, I get it from the rich people and politicians because they've apparently got fucking plenty.
Breweries are doing that now because hand sanitizer can be a byproduct of beer. Brewing beer.
Yeah.
I'm not pouring my beer on my hands.
No.
So I'm definitely going to drink it.
Speaking of beers, I'll be right back.
Well, there was a post that Tito's Vodka made that was basically like, hey, so our alcohol is like only maybe 100 or 120 proof, so you can't use us to actually sanitize your hands, so please don't make Tito's hand sanitizer. Just drink the Tito's vodka, please.
That's all that one. Coronavirus. Yeah. No.
It's like that's the best.
Yeah. If you go on your incognito Google Chrome and you go to like X videos, yes, that is. I have verified that. That is one of the like all of the front page bullshit is like 9 out of 10 has something to do with like coronavirus.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, and they all spell it wrong too. They put a capital V there, just like the fucking president does.
Oh dear.
I'm like,
Oh, dear.
no, that's not how you spell it there, Pornhub or X videos. I don't know.
You want to check that?
I don't know who
That's
hosts
the
those.
same difference.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the host begins. So
I'm just gonna
I don't
read
know.
it.
I think X videos and then XNXX, and they're like partners. Why I would know this, I don't know. But don't ask.
where does X Hamster come in there then?
That's what I was gonna say.
That's a good question.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I haven't
I don't
visited
know.
that site in a long
In
time.
ages. Red tube.
Yeah, no, not in years.
I
No.
only
Seems like
visit.
we keep reverting back to bestiality in this after party.
Nobody said anything about
Please, no.
bestiality.
Well, X hamster.
Oh,
Yeah,
The old joke: you wrap them up in black tape so they don't explode, or I don't know, something like
Yeah, it was an actual case, and I think it was in. I
that.
think it
an
was in
actual
Ohio.
case?
Yeah,
Shut up!
yeah. He took electrical tape and wrapped it around a guinea pig just so it wouldn't blow up while he was using it as a
Holy
fleshlight.
fuck, I thought somebody made that shit up.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a
What?
minute.
What?
Whose dick is that small that you're using a fucking guinea pig? I'd be using the cat.
poor guinea pig. Poor
Yeah.
cat.
Okay,
I'm
Jeremy.
just gonna use
I'm
him.
just going to apologize now. I had no idea that they were going to do this.
You had every idea.
You're muted.
Do not even
Muted
lie.
right now.
What have you dragged me into?
It's the wonderful, wonderful world of Neil's after parties. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
nice, Auntie.
I give fair warnings in the description. You never know where these things are going to go.
You knew
Strap
this
in.
could happen.
Get alcohol because it'll probably make it a little bit easier.
There
I-
was one after party that I was a part of where you guys start talking about computer language, and my eyes glazed over, and I'm just
Yeah,
like,
same.
Well, yeah.
Um,
Good
Jeremy-
night, Santi.
yeah, definitely. Is. Hope you feel better. Jeremy, that bronze goblet is phenomenal.
Yeah,
Oh.
I was gonna say something about that.
Oh,
I
thank
saw
you.
it on the show, and I was like,
Oh, it's like a Moscow Mule
Mhm.
mug.
I told Susan, I was like, this is the best.
That's pretty great.
I actually do have a question for you that pertains to you.
That's good.
Yeah, because I was listening, and by the way, I am going to share that video with you guys a lot. I think because I've heard a lot of, and I've been on Neil's Neil's channel. So super sorry for a bit of watching that one. And Susan's going to be on there. I know we talked about that.
Eventually.
And rarely have I felt, really, the type of things that you went through. I don't know that I would have made it through that. And I feel like I've been through a little bit. When you went back and you were, obviously you were like, hey, Jehovah's still, pretty awesome, basically saved my life. And you were looking through like scripture and stuff, even though you found like, the letters again from people, was there anything like in your scriptures that was still kind of keeping you in place, even while you were like, man, these people are assholes?
Not really. No, it was really just the brainwashing. I can't think of any like specific passage or scripture or anything that was keeping me there. It was just something that I think that I was more drawn to it on an emotional and personal level than I wanted it to be true. And I think that it was more that than anything. I wanted to be able to live forever in paradise. I wanted for everyone to be able to be resurrected. I wanted, to make it into paradise and everything be fixed. So I think that was a lot bigger than any kind of logical or scriptural reason. Was just how badly I wanted it to be true.
Yeah, I've been there.
Do you think that like that kind of thought makes this life seem like a welcoming mat to an afterlife, and that
That's exactly what it is.
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
people don't put enough effort into their lives that they have now because they're expecting this grandiose paradise to come later.
I think that's exactly it. Yeah.
I saw a meme one time that said it said always be gracious when an atheist is kind to you because they're just not trying to get in heaven.
Yeah.
Right.
We do good for goodness
Wow.
sake. Sort of thing. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's I stopped when I was on my way in. My second day of driving, I was in just outside of Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I pumped a little bit, like had paid for a little bit more gas than I needed. So I went in to get a refund, and there was a guy, like an older guy, that was there getting like coffee, like getting some breakfast, basically. And I was just like, hey, I just need a refund, but if you want to just refund me and use it on his food, that's totally fine. And I had mentioned to the cashier, because my total for the food plus the gas, I got $10 in gas and $6.66 worth of like snacks and stuff. So I had been just all like, oh, that's so cool. I love that. Now I kind of wish I hadn't gotten the gas and stuff. And I mentioned, yeah, I'm an atheist, so it really doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
So when I went back in, I'm just like, oh, yeah, you can use the refund towards this guy's food or whatever. The kid behind the counter was just all like, told the guy in front of, that was paying for his stuff. He was just like, yeah, you should thank her. Thank the atheist. And I was just all like, yep, doing good for goodness sake.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, it was like $1 something. And I was like, I would rather not touch that cash right now.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to do that.
The dirtiest thing.
Yeah. It's gross.
Even if you're never ever scared about this kind of stuff ever again, don't carry cash.
No,
It
just don't do
is
it.
the dirtiest thing you may
I don't.
ever touch.
Yeah.
I might have a 5 or a 10 on me every once in a while.
Yeah.
No
'Cause
loonies or toonies?
Fuck those.
Those are just not the same.
Well, I hate shit jingling in my pocket. So I always carry bills if I do. Like I rarely ever carry money. I use debit cards and
Yeah.
credit cards.
Use my phone.
But I do carry cash,
Same.
5s, 10s, 20s every once in a while because I play Keno and they don't take fucking debit yet. So
Oh yeah.
I like to play Keno, and 8 times out of 10 I'm doubling my money easy.
Nice.
But I play 2 numbers. I usually do like 1020, which is the month and day I'm born.
Mm.
Or I play 980, I play 179, I play 2233, which is the Sedine's jersey numbers from back in the day.
Nice. Yeah, it is.
And they also come up a lot. 22 and 33 come up a lot. And these numbers I've, after watching years and years, these are the numbers that pop up often. Luckily, one of them just happens to be my birthday. So,
Nice.
and I play them, and I'll put in $5, play 1 round, right? So if I win 50. But I'll throw in a 20 and I'll play 4 rounds, $5 a pop. And most of the time I'm walking out of that with at least $50.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
So
Cool.
You're gonna have
Nice.
to tell people from the South what Keno is one of these days.
they don't know what Keno is?
No, especially not in
I
Texas,
don't think they
where
No.
Texas
My fucking-
is everything except for killing people because they've done something maybe not that bad.
Yeah,
My
that's
buddy
accurate.
Mikey
That's accurate.
downstairs plays 7 numbers, and he's been playing for years. And every fucking August, for some reason it's August, he wins $5,000.
Huh.
Huh. That'd be a nice chunk of change to win periodically.
Oh yeah.
Right?
One day he came home with a giant fucking TV and a bunch of lobsters and steaks, and he goes, "Guess what we're doing tonight?" I'm like, watching a giant TV, eating steak and lobster.
That's some weird porn, Mikey.
Let me guess, you
As
want
long
a
as you're
Keno
not
again.
fucking the steak and lobster, then it doesn't turn into weird porn.
Look.
Joke's on you because you're watching The Case for Christ.
Again?
Oh.
Shit.
Again.
The Case for Christ
Yeah.
wasn't that bad. On this
Who
new
did that
age
one
TV.
again? His name's escaped me.
That was.
Was that Turek?
No.
Oh, Case for Christ.
Yeah.
That was Lee Strobel.
There we
yeah.
go.
But the movie, which is based on the book, which is based on not real events,
Yeah, which is
is
like Lee
He was
Strobel
never an
is the
atheist.
exactly.
allegedly.
Based on
Lee Strobel was the least atheist to ever
Um,
atheist at atheisting.
It's actually not a horrible movie.
It's
Now I say
2017
that
movie. Oh, it's on Pureflix.
Yeah.
So if you watch along
I-
with god awful movies,
I
then you can go watch it.
I say that in light of Pureflix's other absolute masterpieces of, God's Not Dead.
God's Not Dead, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
God's
He was
Not
never
Dead
alive.
too. No, that's the.
He
it's
was
the new
never
Bruce
alive.
Willis.
No, that was the
Yeah.
So I'm such a huge like god awful movies and Puzzle of a Thunderstorm dork that the song that Anna and Eli Bosnick did for God's Not Dead was God's Not Dead, he was never alive. I was just like, that's the best. Erica Christensen was in this fucking movie, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Erica Christensen? You were like the dollar store fucking what's her name? Julia whatever.
Yeah.
Stiles. There we go. Julia Stiles.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch was in
God's Not Dead too.
So she apparently has changed things. Because they live in the
Someone's grilling outside here. Oh yeah, I'm smelling
Faye Dunaway was in it as
some
well.
grilling
Oh,
Angus
thanks.
beef.
Yonder.
Steaks and lobster.
Oh.
It's not August yet.
They did.
It's sunny and warm here right now, so
Yeah, it's
40
47, 48.
48.
Oh, you're
in
still
Westland.
using that antiquated Fahrenheit bullshit, aren't you?
Yes,
we're
we are.
Americans.
Freedom
We're never
units,
let go of
remember?
inches.
Freedom units.
Okay, I will
We've had
not-
this discussion.
You and two other countries on the planet. That's
I will not have you. I will not have you taking millimeters away from my penis. Okay.
Measure from the anus, right?
Inches it is. Sounds bigger.
Might mean something a little different for you. Magic meters, maybe.
I don't know.
Hey, baby.
It is. I don't know what the conversion is anymore. Dang it.
I like to measure mine in cubits.
I think we're about to go Pornhub here, guys. Just give it
Right.
cubits, yeah.
As big as your forearm. Oh, it's a cubit. Thank you. That's
Fuck's sakes.
that's the that's the
One
measurement.
cubit by 2 cubits by 3 cubits.
So does it go in like the square too, or how's that
Might
work?
be.
Yeah.
Might be.
Quadruple.
I think that's what they were referring to in Ezekiel 23:20.
Nice.
The emissions.
Yeah, the emissions of horses, the size, the
Donkeys.
what is
Size
it?
of horse,
The size
donkeys,
of
and
donkeys.
Yep.
horses. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's shit you don't listen. That's something you don't. That's something you don't hear about in Sunday school. It's
No.
of
course not.
You also don't hear
not.
about the story where the kid called Elijah Baldy, and then God sent a curse down from heaven where 2 female bears, I don't know why they were female, but came and mauled 42 innocent children to death because of it.
Well,
Well,
don't
I mean,
you
of
know the
course.
females were no matter if they're human or not, they're less than half of males. So it's just to add insult to injury,
It's
basically.
true.
They're
It's true.
only
They
worth.
got bested
only worth
by the
50
female
shekels.
bears.
What about
Well,
that chapter where Jesus beats up a fig tree because it won't fruit for him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because he just didn't
yeah.
know it was in season. Fucking
No, he
idiot.
knew it was in season, and he withered it away anyway.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
it even says in the
Like,
past.
why not just make
he
it?
knew.
Why not just like I Dream of Genie shit and make the thing fruit?
Well,
Well, it depends on which book you read, which gospel you read, because one gospel says he withered it away right away, and then he waited for it to grow, and it didn't, and then he got rid of it.
yeah,
And then there's
uh,
one that says they come back a day later, and it was.
he's- yeah,
withered away.
and that's John, the Gospel of John, which is the one that's my favorite one. Well, of the
Super Jesus.
of the canonical ones, anyways. Obviously the the apocryphal stuff from the infancy Gospels of James and Thomas, and then of course
Right.
the Gospel of Peter.
Well, it's not canonical to reality, so I don't know.
No, I would say
None
not.
of it is. So.
But Jesus had a he you're not yourself when you're hungry, I guess. And he was hoping that the fig tree was going to
Give him
have
a Snickers.
It did
Yeah, I
not.
was just gonna say that.
It
Jesus
was
needed
pre-Fig
Snickers.
Newton days, so a little bit of ahead of his time.
Fuck, now I want Fig Newtons.
I would say I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry.
Yeah. The
They are still a thing.
Wow.
Yes,
yeah.
they are.
Yeah.
So the story
Don't hate on Fig Newtons.
I like the blueberry Newtons actually. The ones with the blueberry in them. there.
Ooh,
Those
that
are
sounds
cool.
Microwave them for like 30 seconds, get a glass of milk.
And then fuck them?
American Pie. American Pie. Just get them all in a pie shell and just What are you
Really?
doing?
American Newton.
Yeah, American Newton.
I don't know why that was the first thing you thought of.
Because we were talking about, other kinds of porn.
Oh my
earlier.
God.
Newton porn.
So
Fake
speaking of the
Newton
Bible,
porn.
Newton porn.
Jesus has left the chat, by the way.
Jesus has left the building.
He
Y'all
got
going to
mad.
hell.
He got mad when we said that he was,
Enough of this shit.
is hungry.
Yeah.
Let's just stay away from the bigotry.
Like
Figotry?
Be careful.
No,
There.
I quit the show.
Nobody
I quit the show.
nobody
I'm
likes
done.
a figgot.
wow. Now,
Oh, we have to
I-
bring that into usage.
yes, I agree. I should state that the story of Elisha and
And Peggy.
Elisha and Peggy?
well,
No, because it's
What?
like
Angelica
it's like
Eliza.
the Schuyler sisters from
Yeah.
Hamilton.
Yeah.
Angelica, Eliza, and Peggy.
It's the Schuyler sisters, if you don't know.
Schuyler
Yeah, I know you don't know anything
sisters.
about Alexander Hamilton. I understand he's an American legend. I get it. Um,
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
he's the $10
I'm
Founding
Canadian.
father
without a father. He got a lot farther by working a lot harder.
By being a lot smarter.
No, no.
Oh, okay. Now,
I'm-
yeah, okay. Now I know what you mean.
I'm American and I don't know that.
We don't
It's
deal a lot.
Literally
with
on the $10 bill.
Hamilton.
I know now.
He's the
Wait,
founder of the New
wait,
York
fuck
Post
you.
and the Coast Guard.
I'm just gonna drink my beer and shut up
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Right. Anyway, but the story of if you go, it depends how you say it, by the way, because obviously the way we say Elisha or Elisha today is different than what it is written in Hebrew.
I speak Hebrew.
I know you do, which is why I knew you would understand that. Is actually if you go
Before
like,
we got off on our
If you go-
Hamilton tangent.
which is easy to do, we just do it randomly throughout
That's
the day.
true. That's true.
Um,
We're currently
you
working
haven't-
across the table from each other.
you haven't
so.
said the same.
I have
Salamander Hamilton. I said it wrong. But the story of Elisha and the bears is, in my experience, told in young adult classes, and it's told as
a warning.
like a warning, like
Yeah.
don't go and fuck with the prophets of God or Zod, whichever. Which I don't recommend. He's from Alaska. Have you read his stories? He can he knows which leaves to wipe your ass with. I would not fuck with him.
Yeah, not poison ivy.
Yeah, preferably
Yeah,
not.
don't do that.
But he can
Well, you got
Even I know
Preparation
that.
H.
he can identify.
I have one thing I need to request here, if it's possible. My friend Chris Mallard, who's also known as the Daily Atheist, is now off of this conference call with Dave Warnock and Marie Delafonte.
Aw, I love him.
So I'd like him to come in so he could introduce himself with Jeremy. So if somebody's willing to bow out for a little while,
I'll duck out.
good. I was kind of hoping it was.
I'm
good.
at the.
Ah.
What the hell?
It was great to meet you, Matthew.
Yeah,
kidding.
it was great
I'm
meeting
kidding,
y'all
dude.
and seeing y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Hey,
know.
Matthew.
hope
I'm
we scoot
almost
over.
out of beer, so I need to go get some more anyway. So,
And don't drive.
Be safe.
all right, I will. Thank y'all.
Like a J stop.
Yeah.
See you, man.
It'd be fun.
All right, bye bye.
Yeah.
Cheers, brother.
I hope that we move over
I think we are.
and he moves because the microphone where we're sitting at, we are not in the common area today. So the sweet ass window with the forest behind me.
Yeah. It was a
Yeah.
little too loud.
Yeah.
Little too bad
Well,
out there.
also, yeah. It's,
Because we have very loud
Jump in,
roommates.
Chris.
who do not care that we tell them we're on a live stream.
No.
Second time, Neil. She convinced me to come in here though. So.
I did.
Yeah.
It didn't take a lot of convincing.
No.
I just showed him
Yeah,
my
I was going to
boobs and
say,
he
yeah,
said,
twist his rubber arm. Really
She didn't
good.
even. No, you didn't even show me your boobs this time.
I've shown
I
you my
mean-
boobs numerous times.
I mean, I
today,
just
though.
like it when you do it regardless.
Yeah.
By the way, that's a thing that happens. Do
You
other
must
people in
be-
relationships? Yeah, sure. I don't think that they're matched with these.
Hell no.
I don't. Do other people in relationships still do that? I don't know.
I show you mine, you're going to be going, cocky, got a hair in there already, for fuck's sake.
Well, I would just say welcome to the married life.
Oh, man, I don't
Wait,
know what they're making, but
that's
they've added
awesome.
garlic to it, and that's all I can smell coming through the window now.
It's just the
Bring it.
you're
I like
walking.
how you
got
said
to
that,
Dive
and-
out the window and grab him a steak.
Yeah, I think I might have to
That's
do that.
smart.
I know who it's doing it.
Something fell out there.
My
I don't know
friend,
what it was.
funny enough, his name's Christian. He lives down the road there. He's the guy that's
Oh yeah. I've heard you talk. about
I like that you said welcome to married life, and then somebody who I'm going to automatically assume regardless is your wife walk behind you at that point. And she's
No, that was
wearing-
my daughter.
I assumed, and I assumed
Yeah,
incorrectly.
yeah.
I'm just, you know what? I'm gonna.
You know what
live with it.
happens when you
I'm
assume?
gonna stick with it. I don't care.
You know what happens when you assume? You make an ass out of you and me.
Well, no, how can I make it out of you? I didn't know.
I didn't think I would be involved.
Phrase.
I know what the phrase is. Babe. Although I did hear for the first time in my life the phrase, "The cure is worse than the sickness
disease?"
or whatever."
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I'm like, how is that a thing?
Well,
That
there's-
don't make no sense.
I understand what it means
Trump
now.
even fucking posted on Twitter about some guy who used some drug that he recommended.
That guy.
Hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do
Was
it.
it like lupus drugs or something?
Malaria.
Malaria.
It's never lupus.
Exactly. Thank you, Dr. House.
Thanks. Yeah, I was gonna say. the same
Thank
thing.
you.
Thanks, House.
Thank you, Dr. House.
I've met
I appreciate that. He
Yeah,
has.
I've
He's
experienced
met Hugh
the
Laurie,
malaria
and I'm very
pill.
jealous.
The malaria pill is.
Are they
is
humongous?
fun.
I'll be right back.
You betcha.
Oh,
Neil, here's what you do: roll yourself a big ass joint, and like I don't know if they have like
Way ahead of me.
porterhouses down there, but you know, you roll up a big ass joint, lean out the window, and say like, "Hey, bone in, bone out, buddy. Trade me."
Stake me, baby.
I mean, hey, that's like a sweet ass barter system, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like come up here to like Oregon, right? Which
Where
is
we
I
already
live.
are.
Yep, figuring that out in my mind, and we're gonna like down to this like the dispensary that's like 2 miles away.
I
And
don't
I'm
know.
gonna order all these. I don't know if they like make like ready to go joints or anything. I don't know how this works. I don't smoke weed.
I've seen
We
dispensaries
get them
do
here in
that
Canada.
Colorado.
They come in neat little containers like this.
Okay, are they already
Oh,
rolled,
that's
or do you got to
cool.
roll them yourself? Because I'm not.
No, these are pre-rolled.
Okay,
I'm-
cool.
Yeah,
I've-
when I
They're
was-
fucking- they're
I've
Wait,
smoked
wait.
out of pipes before.
Yeah,
So-
they
so
had
it's
pre-rolled
definitely-
cone joints.
Okay, thank you. I don't know
You
what
get the
any
ones
of
with
this
filters
means.
on them, you know, like a pack
Yeah,
of
they
Bud
have the
Lights.
little fucking. I rip those things off because pussies use filters. Like fuck that.
Okay,
shit.
I'd like to point out,
I'm a cowboy.
I've never smoked and I'm not going to. I've never, I've never smoked and I'm not going to because I have chest issues, but I can still eat, obviously. So I got,
Oh,
Can
you
Edible.
though?
yeah. But so, huh?
I said, can you though?
if you had a couple of puffs off a doobie, you'd be fine.
Yes, you know that. But anyways, you say that, Neil.
I
Sorry.
did. I just
so
did.
my barter system is that I'm going to have like, I'm going to, get like a fuck ton of these joints, and I'm going to go back to Texas and be like, hey, just like give me some food from Texas, like barbecue, because Oregon doesn't have that apparently.
I
and I'm
miss
gonna-
Texas barbecue.
Yeah, and I'm going to come back up here. You know what I'm going to do up here? I'm going to sell them fucking barbecue.
You know
Yeah,
what the
I don't
cure?
know if
You
there's
know what the
actually-
cure is to chest issues with smoking weed? You
Smoking
hit
more
a
weed.
fat dab, and then you'll be good for months.
That's right. Or you can put it on your tongue too. The cannabinoid. What are the cannabinoids? Is that what you put them on your tongue?
CBD oil.
See, that's that.
Yeah,
What's
that stuff.
cannabinoid CBD stands for. Anywho,
I never took that into consideration.
Yes, that was,
Yeah, so probably like a week before I got here,
That's a fun story.
he was just all like, yeah, like I really think I'm gonna order some edible. No, it was when I was on my way up.
you were coming
It was
here.
no, it was like my first day driving.
That was the point that I realized. Oh yeah,
hey, Chris.
we can
This
get
is where we
weed
live.
here.
Hi, Chris.
That was when I realized that weed was legal here.
Yeah.
Bye,
He
Chris.
said,
Oh, bye,
"Bye,
Chris."
Jeremy."
He took one look at us and dipped.
Yeah, he's like,
What a
I don't know
wonderful man.
about these guys.
And yep, saw his AirPod
You
was gone.
fucking tease. What was that all
I
about?
know, right? So I was on my way up here, and I think it was my first day driving.
Yeah.
And I was like, he messages me, and he goes, "I think I'm going to order some edibles."
Which you can do here. You can
And
do
I
it.
was like, wait. I was like, hold on. Don't do this until I get up there. I was like, you have to wait. And he's
You want gummy bears or
I don't.
just anything,
Neil,
like anything
come
we
on.
could
We're getting
find
through this.
realistically.
I don't
mean,
know.
I'm thinking it's probably going to be the gummy bears. That would be
honestly,
great.
there's.
I need to
there's-
come down there and fucking school you guys on this shit.
Yeah,
That-
here's-
I'm okay
here-
with that.
Here are things that I don't know.
I'm okay with this.
Marijuana being legal, also marijuana. So
The Venn diagram of what he knows about marijuana and facts about marijuana are two separate circles.
Yeah.
You need the marijuana triangle. You know how they
Yeah.
have like food triangle? with the different levels.
Does that mean that's how it makes your head feel once you've gotten really stoned?
But so
Actually-
Like a triangle?
An idea for both of you is download the app Leafly. Leafly.
Yes.
AFLY.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant app. It if you've got your GPS going,
which I do.
it'll give you every strain that's available, both smokable and edible, in your area.
Find your cannabis.
Yes.
Nice.
And if you like sativa rather than indica, it'll
Or the
tell you
hybrid.
everything about it.
Yep. It'll give you this one relaxes you more. This one makes you hungry. This one makes you active. This one makes you want to sit on the couch and play Donkey Kong all fucking night. Like this, it'll tell you all that kind of information.
Wait, I can want to sit on the couch and play Donkey Kong all night, even without weed.
Yeah, I play
Like,
Call of Duty for hours.
That's just the
It's just going to
thing.
make me do it more and be more efficient and better, especially in Kill Confirmed, which I apparently am
me
the best
much
player
better
ever.
It made me much better at Mario Kart, and I have to remember that next time. So the next time I face fucking genetically
why
modified
Matt
skeptic and play Mario Kart against him, I'm going to beat him 8 times.
Good.
Can you guys hear
That's
me?
why Matt Bragg is so good.
I
That
knew
dead
it.
dude constantly
That stoner motherfucker.
high. Oh, that makes more sense. But if it makes
People
me
call me motherfucker all the time. I'm like, yeah, well, at my age, there's no choice.
if that makes me better, because I am already
Well, I can continue with Twitter for my
Nice.
login, so I'm
I
going to do
am-
that.
I am already apparently like the best player at Kill Confirmed in the history of Call of Duty.
Citation needed.
I've never
humble,
ever. No,
Oh
I'm
Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way.
it's
right?
not my fault. Like I'll be playing, and we get Kill Confirmed. I don't want to play it because I that's not how you rank up with XP and stuff. But I was like, we can go up to 65 in Kill Confirmed. I'll have like 35 or 40 of my team's points. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? What? Maybe the rest of my team just sucks. That's probably
Okay,
what it
so
is.
there's Today's Herbal Choice in Malala.
Malala.
There's the Green Planet in Milwaukee. There's
Like that.
Cannabis Nation in Oregon City.
That's the closest one.
Khalifa Cannabis Company,
Yep.
Kaleafa.
That's awesome.
The
Wild
fact that
West
there's only
California.
7 people watching this part of the stream, I'm gonna let you guys know.
So who just introduced you to like the best app on the planet?
That would be you.
That'd be me.
Yeah.
Anyways, before we carry on with
Who
this,
is it
stuff, I
delivered?
want to
Sorry.
do.
Sorry. Hi, Chris.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
we
okay.
can.
Yay.
Yes, we can.
Hi, guys.
Chris,
Hi.
What's going on?
to your left, right? Left, I guess, is Jeremy.
Germ. Okay.
And I've suggested that he come on your show because I think he'd be a very interesting and great guest for your morning show.
Jeremy or Germ or empathetic?
I'm Germ. Hi.
Hi, Germ.
Hi.
Neil, which one are you talking about, brother? You talking about empathetic or atheist or Germ? 'Cause
Empathetic atheist, Nathaniel, everyone here except for IQ because he's a dick. But everyone here should come on your show, dude, because
Well, I'd
you're
love to
always
have
looking for
one.
guests, right?
Yeah, I'd love to.
guys, I would love to have y'all on the show. There's only one thing. I've got these. They're called standards. No, I'm kidding.
Already with the dig.
Walked right into that one.
Love it.
This
Could
is
know
why
myself.
Chris and I became instant friends.
I'm a bad man. Yeah, I'd like to have you on the show.
Absolutely. Bring Ken Hovind on, and we'll have a great time.
Oh no.
Oh, that should be fun, huh? We'll just set our hair on fire.
Ken Hovind comes on your show,
Set our hair on
and
fire.
the wall in front of me is going to be technicolored because that guy's such a douchebag.
Germ, I think I got you on Twitter. I got just a few minutes ago, and empathetic atheist. IQ has been telling me about you, and I followed you yesterday, and now that you follow me back, I've sent you a thing. So I'd love to have you both on the show. There's nothing like
I just
pressure,
see the
peer
video.
pressure to get people to agree to things they wouldn't normally agree to. So in that vein, while I have you on the thing, I have my calendar open. I'm just saying, I'm willing to lock you into, right here in front of God and everybody.
Let's do it.
From nobody then.
He's not messing around.
Which
I
god?
know.
Hanuman the monkey god, maybe? He's my favorite.
So I've got Monday and Wednesday open next week. Whichever one you guys, if you want to hang and be on the show. It starts
Hey,
at
Jeremy,
9 a.m.
you go ahead first, and I'll take whatever's left. I'll take the sloppy seconds.
I'm in quarantine. It doesn't matter. I record the podcast Wednesday mornings. That's all I got.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I'll go with empathetic atheist the first day,
Okay.
Monday, and then I'll bring him. Well, let's see. Do you want to do Wednesday or no?
Why don't you Jeremy on Monday and EA on Wednesday?
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's great idea. Then I'll do Germ on Monday. Then how's that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do
Did
Monday.
you tell him what time you stream yet?
Yeah, tell me what time.
I did say
Called the
9 a.m.
morning
Eastern,
show.
right?
So
It is
9
a morning show.
Eastern?
Eastern 9 in the Eastern.
9 a.m. Eastern.
Where are you? What's your time zone?
Mountain.
I'm in Ohio.
Oh, 7 a.m.
Now we're
Yeah, it's 7 a.m.
7 a.m.
Yes.
Okay. Well, as long as, I mean, if you're buying coffee, I guess so.
So send him $10 for some Starbucks via Venmo. 15 if he wants some breakfast.
Okay, so I'll for now I will put Germ down for Monday, and empathetic atheist down for Wednesday.
And I'll be there. I'll be there, Chris, because I'm always there when I'm working.
Oh yeah, always. Yeah, I've got David Worley and Marie Delafont are going to be there next week.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
Sweet.
they're going to be on the show.
While you're talking to David Worley, see if you can trick him into acknowledging me
You mean like as a human?
as a human being that exists.
I
Yeah.
don't know if that's going to happen. I'm just saying.
We're
hit
just
up,
one of them.
uh,
and you just fucking
I hit up
know
Eric
the
Murphy on Twitter, and I still haven't heard back from him. It's almost been 24 hours. I've been looking at that. message.
Oh, wait. Let
Oh.
me help you out with that on Eric Murphy. He
I
kind of
can
gets
do that.
overwhelmed and flooded. He's a wonderful guy. He'll probably love to be on your show. Give him 3 weeks at least. Maybe a
You guys
month.
can all go in each other's shows, which is really cool. Because
Absolutely. I didn't know you guys
Nathaniel
have
and
shows.
Susan, you guys are going to be doing your Divine Disbelief pretty soon
Wait,
again, too. Now
wait,
that you
wait.
get to move.
Soon, we were
You
gonna
invite me on your show.
attempt this week,
Yeah, we were
but
gonna
I
try this
just
week.
got back. I just got here, so I'm like, I haven't tried yet.
Yeah, we're looking at next week.
Yeah, hopefully.
Having a show
with any
next
luck.
week. Yep.
Gotcha.
Probably with one single monitor and one single
Yeah, I imagine that's gonna be the case.
and one microphone. There we go. I'm looking at the menus on some of these places, and I'm just like, this is the best.
I've seen
This is the
menus.
best app in the world.
Look, I've been to Okinawa and I've been to Singapore and I have been to
I'm
a lot of different places. I've never seen a menu before where I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at.
Okay.
Like, I don't
I
don't
got
know
you
what
guys
this
down
is.
in the thing at the place with the stuff. So it's official. I wrote your name in the book.
Well, message me because I'll forget.
Oh, yeah. I usually send out.
Hey, he forgot about today.
I
Luckily,
forgot
he was
about today.
quarantined,
I have
and-
no memory.
Okay. I'll remember to taser you through the internet
Okay.
so you're live.
Okay.
Oh, it's medical.
Yeah. So, one of the things I do a sci-fi Saturday on Saturday Feast. It's still a morning show, but it's 2 hours later. Starts at 11 a.m.
I got to get in on one of those.
Yeah. So
Sci-fi Saturday?
Sci-fi Saturday. We talk
Yeah, I
about
saw that.
Ideally, what we talk about is if science fiction has helped pry you from your faith in one fashion or another, because a lot of people have those stories where sci-fi kind of helped them along the way. I'd love to have that. That's not required. A lot of times
I can just talk about Star Wars for like hours.
I want to be on that show.
I want to pretend I didn't hear that. She said
That show
Star
sounds
what?
way better.
Star
Oh yeah,
what?
you're a Star Trek fan.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
Neil's wearing Spock there. Saw that.
Oh yeah.
Saw that.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah,
I
so,
love it.
I don't have any, but I've got Chris Shelton. Do you guys know who he is?
Yeah.
Sounds
He's
really
my neighbor.
familiar.
Name
Yeah,
is
Chris,
familiar.
I'm neighbors
Chris
with
Shelton's
him.
going to be on my show next week. He's a ex-Scientologist. He's got a fairly big following on YouTube. He's a YouTuber. He's going to be on my show this Saturday.
Oh yeah, he keeps coming up in my suggested friends on Facebook.
Yeah. Hey, look. Let's see.
Oh my God, it's R2D2. I love Star Trek.
Right. Yeah. I'll taser you. I got the taser button here, Neil.
Oh, shit.
Oh wait, this is your show.
The host.
I'm used to having all the power. Yeah. So
Yeah, Chris, I'm good for Wednesday if you want to put me down for Wednesday.
Got you. Well, it's good that you're good because I already had you down for Wednesday, bro.
Cool.
And then where I was going with that though is, Monday, you'll be on Monday, you'll be on Wednesday. Maybe I can get you both back Saturday for Sci-Fi Saturday.
Ah,
If you're into sci-fi, I'll let you guys. I might, run you Monday and find out you're a douchebag, and I don't want you.
Likewise, I might not want to come back.
Screw that Star Trek nutbag. I understand.
I'm already thinking Jeremy's
I wanted
thinking
to talk about fantasy anyway, not sci-fi.
He muted.
I'm already thinking Jeremy's like, I don't know why the hell I agreed to go on the old show now.
Hey, Captain Kirk said, "What does God need with a spaceship?"
Right? What does God need with his spaceship? To rub himself all over it, of course. I would do with it. I can't hear you. So. my thing died.
Your thing died. The wife might not be happy.
Yeah. That was actually the other night. I was asking Susan, I was like,
if he starts something with the other night, then I'm automatically a little bit like, I'm a little worried now.
And I was asking her, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was like a power cable or like her monitor or something for, what we're going to need. And I was like, oh, did you remember? She said, my vibrator? Yes.
That was Friday night.
That was like how that went. She was standing right there and she's looking at me and I
no, we were on the because I think we were
because I came in here and looked for it for you.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, because I was just all like,
yeah.
Can you just make sure that I brought it? I'm pretty sure that I did, but I don't
remember what it was. But I was like, how is that the first thing you thought I was talking about?
Can you blame me?
No, we definitely.
I didn't see you for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Come on.
Phenomenal.
You turned a little red, just so you know.
Did I? The sex was amazing.
There's a fucking tweet I was talking about that Trump did about the drug.
Oh yeah, New York and other places.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Everything starts with Florida man. Like, what is that shit?
Yeah,
like everything
the
is
Florida guy, and the doctors literally told him, "Hey, yeah, turns out your body was fighting it off. Congratulations, but I'm going to believe that it was this drug because, that makes more sense. My anecdotal opinion matters to the fucking president, apparently."
Do you want a peanut butter cookie? Do you want a gummy? Do you want
peanut butter cookie?
Yeah.
Chocolate chip cookies?
Oh, those are good. My buddy makes huge ones.
Oh man,
and they're 100 milligram cookies, and they're monstrous. And you cut them into quarters, so you take 25 milligrams per quarter.
Really?
Yeah,
What you do is you make some weed butter, and then you can get high at dinner every single night. Put on your green beans.
That's glorious. Oh, they have Snickerdoodle.
This is more
Green beans, corn on the cob, your toast.
Yeah, exactly. A friend of a friend is making Sweet Georgia Browns edibles, which is the chocolate and caramel and wafer or whatever the fuck it is.
That sounds amazing.
Oh, I know, right? And I'm like, oh my god, bring me a box of them. It may not last an hour, but bring me a damn box. I'm gonna be so high, they're not gonna let me work for a month.
They have chocolate crinkle cannabis cookies. That sounds good.
They got us Stroop waffles here. We have Stroop waffles,
those
which
are
are my
so
favorite thing in the world. Yeah. So
now
Stroop
we are definitely friends, Jeremy, because those things are addicting as shit.
They're so good, but I'm a pot lightweight, so I can't eat a whole one of these. Except they're Stroop waffles, so I keep
wanting to eat
keep eating them, and they're like,
yeah,
and suddenly I'm on the floor.
I don't feel anything. I'm gonna eat some more of this.
Yeah, they're dangerous.
I can see you having conversations like the professor in Animal House, where he's talking about the tiny universe inside of his fingernail.
Yeah.
I don't know. I eat enough of that shit, and everyone starts sounding like the Swedish chef after a while. It's like, what? Where'd he go with it? Fuck, Justin, what's with... He's running around the house.
He's not very empathetic after all, is he?
No, not really, right?
I like how all of these websites always ask you like, are you over 21 years old? And I'm just like,
sure.
If I wasn't over 21, I would probably just still say that I'm over 21.
Yeah, it's an insurance thing for them.
Like,
Yeah, you said you were, so we can't be liable.
yeah.
Type stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they have to do that.
Yeah. There were
Let's see.
the lady.
I'm all over 21. 21 was
Yeah.
many moons ago.
Yeah. I went today. We got get picked up because I was out. Portland IPAs are the best, and
They're so good, dude.
yeah. Dallas IPAs are garbage. If you're going to go to Dallas, first off, feel free not to.
Yeah, just don't go to Dallas.
You're not missing anything. Go to any city in the world, and it's same thing, just probably more trees and less shitty people.
Fewer.
Whatever. And yes, fewer people. But went up to the store, and obviously, the store is open. And Susan and I, obviously, we're always hygienic anyways, but, even more so now. And there's a sign on the door, and it says, maintain your distance from other people. And also, the person at the register is going to wipe down the, everything every single time. And I said, well, you forgot to tell her to wipe down the pin pad every time, but whatever.
Ours does that.
Yeah, good. Also, don't touch pin pads. And
I used my card.
yeah. And I went up. I used my phone, and I went up to. She sprayed
Man,
down
you
the
put the
counter.
phone on your face.
No, not the back of it. IQ. Anyways, and I went up there, and she sprayed down. She said, "I'm sorry," and I was like, "For
Why are you
what? Potentially saving my life, but likely saving my girlfriend's life? No,
because hi, I'm diabetic.
yeah, that's the number 2 outside of 65 plus. The number 2 highest mortality rate is with diabetics.
Don't forget smokers.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Things you can choose to do.
A positive blood type.
And I was like, no, don't say you're sorry.
I was like, do not be sorry over the fact that you are taking proper precaution.
Yeah, first off, thank you. Secondly, please do this more often when it's not like this.
Yep.
That was the conversation we had. Like, how long is this going to last? And then what are people going to be like after the fact? Susan is not confident.
There was some show some years ago I think it was called Infested or something. Or anyway, they do swabs of places like your bathroom floor versus your kitchen floor. By the way, the kitchen floor is much more dirty than the bathroom floor. And also,
I believe that.
Your steering wheel versus the window in your vehicle, and your window is always way more dirty than your steering wheel. So also the radio dial is really dirty.
Yeah.
And cup holders. And the one thing that they said was one of the most dirtiest things ever was the pin pads on stuff like. They said they found traces of feces and urine and all kinds of shit on it.
Okay,
no pun intended.
I have something I'm very passionate
nasty
about in that
Go ahead.
department. And that's at this, the move-in restaurants where they went from having waiters and waitstaffs take your card, and then they put these little things on your desk that on your table, and you put your card in and you use a touch screen, right? It's also serves to play games, so people get there and little snot-nosed kids are playing games on it, and then you're eating or dealing with food in your mouth, and you're supposed to work that to pay out. And I think that's just a horrible idea.
Yeah, and then they charge you for the games that the kids end up buying.
That's right.
And it's just all like, it doesn't warn the kid beforehand, or the kid, doesn't know how to read, so it doesn't give a shit.
Please enter passcode.
Yeah, it's like, God damn it.
There's another reason not to have kids.
Yeah, one of many.
Yeah, we have
Well,
a
it
lot.
explains why some
I don't
animals
have
in the
any
wild
that
eat
I
their
know
young.
about.
That you know about.
We have a long list of reasons not to have children. Neither of which
I
are
agree that those little touchpad things at the table are a biological nightmare. But if you want to keep a child quiet at a dinner table, those things are amazing.
A hammer works too.
Yeah. I learned at the house.
I'll go with option B.
Was that kid? Clunk. You'll be awake in a bit.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Just do what we do. Don't have kids.
Yeah. I just got my IUD replaced.
Yep. I know about that.
Wow. There you go, internet.
Neil's like, just use a hammer. You'll be back before he wakes up.
We got that on video.
Yeah.
Just tell him it was fantastic. And yeah. I don't remember any of it.
Are you adding that to your cart?
Ah, damn it.
Your
I
account
have
is
to
not
allow up to
verified.
24 hours for verification with Get Greenery before
God,
I can order
come
anything.
on.
And I get
Well, they-
15% off my first order.
Sweet. Look at you guys ordering already.
I know, right? I've been here for like 2.5 days.
I feel so responsible.
Yeah.
But no,
Super irresponsible.
legitimately excited driving here the other day when I was like, oh, hey, I'm looking at some of these dispensaries, thinking about orders and stuff.
I was like,
And-
yeah!
I know, I was like, she was
I can
legitimately.
just imagine I'm going somewhere where it's legal.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was sitting
Yes.
here, I'm like sitting here going, okay, so we got Mount St. Helens, Mount Rainier, and Broken Top, Mount
Yeah,
Hood.
And I'm
She's
sitting there just like,
She's gonna love
weed,
the Pacific
weed,
Ocean, Astoria.
weed.
Hey
You
guys,
know.
I'm gonna run. Thank you for having me.
Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hi,
Nice seeing you
Chris.
again.
Yeah, see you,
Nice meeting
Chris.
you guys.
You guys get all hooked up
Alrighty.
and you got more guests for your show, brother.
We're hooked up. Yes, we are. We're twitted. All of us.
Hi, Chris.
So thank you
Cool.
guys.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I was writing everything. I was like, I'm sitting there going, okay, she's gonna love this. We're gonna go up here. Of course, we're not gonna go there now because everything's closed down.
Yeah.
But it's like, all right, doing all this, and Susan's like, weed.
We can't really smoke like here, like where we live. 'Cause, like we got roommates and stuff,
Walk
so
out
we
to
don't
the
want to be
fucking
disrespectful.
We have a wraparound deck
Yeah,
and a forest in our backyard.
we do.
And it rains here in Oregon, so we can just, I mean, if you got one.
Welcome to the Northwest Rainforest.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
Jordan from my podcast wants to jump on. Give me a link to give him.
Oh, can you copy paste the one I gave
Can
you?
you cancel it? Yeah.
Oh, can I just do that? Okay.
I think
Do it
so,
right
yeah.
here.
I'd love to have Jordan on. That'd be cool.
You're
If you
best
guys haven't
friend.
heard Jeremy's podcast, definitely check it out, by the way. Or it's Jordan's podcast.
It's more Jordan's podcast than I just show up. Mentally diseased. That's my thing.
That's
Mentally
his YouTube
diseased.
channel.
Mhm.
Go and sub to his YouTube channel right now, or you're not allowed
Go
to
watch
watch
Demon Problems. That's my favorite.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Trying to cancel this order from Best Buy, goddammit.
Why?
Yeah, we not only did I leave one of the power supplies for a monitor
Fucker.
in Texas, I also left my laptop charger in Texas as well because I just wanted to get the fuck out of there. And yeah, so we had to order both of those things from Best Buy. One we could do curbside pickup. The other, he was all like, "Oh shit, I accidentally placed that order," instead of like pay it. Like, well, I wouldn't
Well,
say paying attention.
No, I read that it said Thursday or Tuesday or something,
Yeah, he thought
which
it was
is going to be fine. Turns
yesterday.
out, 31st is a while away. And, so I didn't realize what day of the week or what day of the month.
Yeah.
Jordan, I see you in the green room here. It says your devices are not connected, so you have to
Master
make
says.
sure that your mic and your camera are working. You don't actually have to come on camera. You can use the little avatar, but you have to make sure that they're working. As I cannot add you until you do that.
Master Zena says, I'm Santa. All right, Santa, bring Susan some weed.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Trust me, that's all she wants for Christmas. And also
Master
every
Zenith
day.
is you're not Santa. Zenith is a buddy of mine that I interviewed some over a year now. He's from Australia. So he's one of the Aussie atheist pack.
Nice. Well, a lot of great folks down there. I still don't forgive you for Ken Ham.
Yeah.
Right.
Or all of the spiders ever, apparently. But then again, I'm an American, so I think we're probably on the other side of that scale. So we can.
I'll be right back. I got to take a quick pee because beer, you only rent it.
That's true. Very true. Very, very true.
Blue line. I just look at all these
Yeah.
behind. Nice. And
Like I haven't watched the chat like at all. You know, you can view it in the live comments, right?
I don't want to. I want to look at it on YouTube.
I didn't realize that till like my stream was almost over. I feel bad for ignoring everything. Were you the one that was talking about Oregon and the weed?
Yes.
Maybe
That was you.
Yeah, divine disbelief. Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
9 times out of 10, if that one's chatting, it's me, and then you'll see Susan pop in the chat, and she and I will talk back and forth across the table from one another.
Basically.
In the chat.
I usually chat like on YouTube. I chat as myself.
Yeah.
He chats as the channel.
Yeah, and sometimes, like if I want to troll people, I'll skip back and forth between the two. I'll have 2 tabs open, and so I have Divine Disbelief up, and then I'll have my name Nathaniel, and I'll just go back and forth between the two. And
He sometimes has full conversations with himself, thinking that it's somebody else.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
No, but I will.
You can pretend to be a young Earth creationist on one, and then argue with yourself on the other end.
I've done something close to that before, but it's always been hyperbolic.
Okay.
To where it's so over the top that a person you would hope that a person would think that that would know, like remember the big ass cross or whatever in Missouri and the Ozarks Missouri, and I was sitting there going, yeah, ignore the Constitution. We don't have freedom of religion here, and and there's people I was like, these people, and it's in all caps with every exclamation point that Donald Trump has ever written, and there's people there they're like, yeah, wait, what? You fucking idiot. Like you're the person that they So and I do that a lot though. I go the other day I was in YouTube and this person was like, thank you to the city council person in Fresno for saying the right thing and telling Gavin Newsom where you can stick it. And I went in there and he said, you should run for governor. And I went in there and I was like, yeah, we don't care how many people die of this disease. As long as we have our autonomy and we're in America, God, and then cuss because she's, a good Christian woman. Yeah.
Sorry. No, you guys, that's fine. Jordan disappeared. He's no longer in the green room. So I don't know what happened to him.
He went to play baseball.
Oh,
have you seen my baseball?
Hang on.
No, somebody's going to get that, right?
For the time being, we have my friend Randolph, who
Hello.
is from my neck of the woods.
Hello.
The president.
Green shirt for the person in green who's left.
Michael Jordan.
Oh, that is not an automatic connection that I would make.
Nobody did.
With
Don't
just
worry.
Jordan, no.
Yeah, he went to play baseball.
No. If you had said he went to go star in Space Jam, then yes.
That one's too easy. He went to play for the Wizards. I just saw myself.
Then I'll get that one.
I just saw myself hit the wall with my head on the screen. Yeah, I was in this YouTube chat and I was pretty much all caps the whole way where and
like he does.
All of the exclamation points where it's like, this is the most hyperbolic I've ever been. And I was going into very specific things. Like, who cares that we're getting 10,000 plus confirms every day and that California is going up as well? We need our economy back. Let's go in there. Let's make it like the flu, and like that, except for more, mortality. I can hear myself.
Someone's echoing. Ooh, I can hear myself.
That's Randolph.
This is a sexy voice, babe. I heard
that guy's the president of Canadian Atheists.
But this lady turns around and she liked my comment. I was like, how? I literally said, I don't care if people die. I mean, I'm basically Dan Patrick.
Because she thinks the same thing.
Yeah. I don't care if people die as long as the economy's going. I'm Dan Patrick. I'll kill myself for my grandkids.
What looks funny from up here? What seems odd from up here is that it seems like Donald Trump thinks he can set the schedule for how things are going to go with coronavirus. Yeah. By Easter, it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it's like he wanted to.
Easter.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say it's like he wanted to beat out like the American Atheists Convention, which it got postponed until next year. So
well, he said, there's something important that's happening that day, but also this is important too. And I was like, are you trying to one up Easter, dude?
Yes, that is the answer to that question. Yes.
Like, of all the things you're trying to do, you're trying to tell the Christians that you're more important than God. They're probably going to accept that.
Yeah, people got really pissed off at John Lennon when he said essentially, something similar, not the same, but he said something similar. And people got really pissed off at John Lennon for that. So, you'd think they would hold Trump to the same standard as John Lennon, but no.
That's for Trump.
That's what I'm going to look like in about 20 years.
Oh,
I just like to reassure the American people that Easter will not be ruined.
Oh God.
Add this to my billions and billions and billions of lies.
Oh, there's Jordan. Okay, so do I have any volunteers to jump out?
Oh, I'll jump out. Thanks.
You sure?
Just
You
nice
just
to talk
got
to
here.
Yeah, I'll
See
jump
you,
out
Randall.
if you want to stay.
Good to see you, Randolph.
I got kids.
Oh yeah, make him go.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, go take care of your kids,
Make
you
him
bad
go.
parent.
Take care.
We're already seen one of them walk behind him.
Oh yeah, your wife child.
Welcome,
my wife.
Jordan.
Oh, there's Jordan.
Hi.
Hello.
Quick sec, Master Zenith. Enough with the now shit. We always exist in now. We know that. You don't have to push that garbage.
Oh, I thought it was the
Anyway.
National Organization of Women.
I thought it was the.
No,
Couldn't think
we
of it.
we don't exist in the past or the future. We're always in the present moment. And so he started this thing called the now.
Tell them to watch simulation
Well,
theory
alright.
videos.
Power.
Yeah.
Brains and vats.
I'm a last Tuesdayist. Okay.
You watch too much. What was that
I
show?
can't even remember last Tuesday.
that's because it wasn't here yet, Jeremy.
You need to lay off
It
the
didn't
little
exist.
edibles you got there.
What was that show? There was that show that was made by the guys that did Ren and Stimpy, the superheroes, and they always fought that guy, the guy from last Thursday, was it?
Jordan
and he,
knows.
and he had a thumb sticking out of his belly and shit. It was weird. Yeah, Jordan, if you know that, what I'm talking
No,
about.
I wasn't allowed to watch Ren and Stimpy when I was a kid.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So, do you have a deconversion story?
Oh,
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
yeah.
Then you
Don't
have to
do
be on
that.
my show.
Yeah, don't tell
There we
it here.
go.
Oh.
Yeah, don't tell it here. Nice. Look at that. You have two on your ass, Susan and Jordan. So,
Yeah.
Look at that.
And another one.
Speaking of which, Susan and Jordan, I am now scheduling May because I ran out of the other months.
Do you have Star Wars Day available?
May 4th.
May 4th is actually available. Yes.
I'll do that. I'll do Star Wars Day.
You want to do Monday, May 4th?
I will
She
do
just
Monday, May 4th.
Wipe that right under your nose, Jordan.
You can't top Atheist Day, but Star Wars Day is the next best day.
I mean,
All right.
What do you expect, man? What do you expect?
yeah, you just got the resistance and all that. So,
How do you
Now I'm
want?
trying to.
Do you want me just to refer to you as Susan or?
Yeah, that's fine.
oh, no Motel Cowboy.
I'm out. And
No,
open
I add
about
that.
being an
Don't worry.
atheist. Yeah,
I
I'm
add
out
that.
and open about being an atheist, so I'm not like in the closet in any way, shape, form, or fashion.
Emily.
Now, Motel Cowboy's all lowercase, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Good. You are officially in there. Hang on. There you go.
Woohoo!
There you go.
There's
Yeah.
a House of Next Tuesday.
No.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Ren and Stimpy.
The show is called The Ripping Friends. That's
The
what. It's called.
Ripping Friends.
I've
Yeah.
never
Google
heard
The
that
Ripping
one.
Friends.
I've never heard of this.
Really?
Uh,
Oh
Oh my
it's so funny.
god!
I am Un-cult-ured.
This looks amazing.
Nice plug, Jeremy. All right,
This
so
looks amazing.
I've got.
Oh,
the
it's
schedule-
Canadian. That's why.
Yeah, that's why I never aired here. We suck.
Oh, is that thing? Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. Oh, that's very Canadian. So you've heard of the Trailer Park Boys,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but not the
Yes.
Ripping Friends.
Well, I
Isn't Bob Camp Canadian? I don't know
yeah.
that
Yes,
for sure. but I
Yeah,
think he
Bobcat
is.
is. Yes, he
Trailer
is.
Park Boys is fucking amazing.
Oh,
You
yeah.
just Neil. You just brought up an actor that nobody below the age of 25. No, 20 is because I saw that he had like a Netflix thing. Bobcat Goldthwait.
Oh my God, he's
Oh my god, I
hilarious.
haven't thought of that guy in
And-
so long.
Yeah, and I had people that were like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" I was like,
"How do you know?"
What?
I
His-
haven't
Yeah.
thought in so long.
His old comedy special where he's swinging on the rope in the audience. He's like, I like to practice a new thing I call projectile vomiting. And everyone in the audience is like, what?
the guy. I mean, he's great. I was
What
like,
was that movie?
He was on cocaine without cocaine. It was great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he is still on.
Police
cocaine
Academy
without
is the
cocaine.
movies you're thinking of. Police Academy.
Well, I'm thinking of the movie that Bobcat Goldthwait was in, along with it. What it was like?
Bill Murray.
No,
He
it
was
was.
in that too. What? Scrooged. Don't get me.
That's not the movie
He was
I'm
in
thinking of.
Cruise, yeah.
Stop.
Just keep naming movies.
No, please don't. Oh my God,
Just do
please
that, yeah.
don't.
I'm just gonna
Out the
name every
Grinch
Bill
Stole
Murray
Christmas.
movie.
No,
There's
he was
three of
in
those
the
now.
one about the circus
guy in the place with the
sideshow.
Dumbo.
The thing and the
What
thing
about-
and the thing and the thing. Because there
Well,
was
like
like a
Like Jim Rose Circus Sideshow, or
The Greatest Show.
no, it was not the greatest show.
Okay. What other
Um,
circus movies are there?
it,
Right,
'cause
I know
it was
Dumbo
a
and
weird
The
ass.
Greatest
It was
Show.
a weird ass show or a weird ass movie.
How are you gonna Google it?
I'm gonna fucking Google
I'm
it.
not talking about Carnival, that TV show that had the guy.
I
Oh,
love
oh.
Carnival.
Wait, was
That was
Moulin
so
Rouge?
You bring
good.
that up.
Moulin
Oh,
Rouge
so
was
That
good.
was
Greatest
not
tragedy in
Moulin
camp
Rouge was
TV shows
not
ever.
circus.
And the guy that was the Kurgan in Highlander played the priest.
Oh,
Yeah,
He was
Clancy
Clancy
Brown.
Brown.
Clancy Brown, yeah.
for an old like priest, he was kind of hot. Maybe it was
Well,
like
I
all the
understand. He's
creepy
Clancy
churchy
Brown,
sex
man.
scenes.
Oh,
but-
yeah.
Freaked.
I remember that.
Oh, yes. I remember that.
He was in that movie. I remember like watching that movie
No.
when I was like probably 10 years old and being like, what the fuck is this? And being freaked the fuck out by it. And, but I feel like it sort of molded me as a person today. So,
King Kong versus
Yeah.
Bambi. That'd be
All right,
fun.
so you two, shut the fuck up for a second.
Sure.
Jordan. Look at that. He's like, I can't believe he said that.
Let's
That's
talk
a- no,
to
that's-
Jordan for a second.
That's fair. My bad.
You guys are talking
I
about
love you
stuff
too,
that's been before I was even bored. I'm just completely lost over here.
He doesn't know who it is. See? Right there.
All right, Jordan, I'm scheduling up to about May 16th because beyond that, I may have to rearrange my schedule and
Okay.
do my show a little differently.
Sure.
So there's Wednesday, May 6th, Saturday, May 9th. Yeah? You're
May
okay with
6th would be
6th? Or do you
perfect.
want May 6th? Okay.
Yeah,
Then let's do Wednesday, May 6th.
I'll plan on it.
And it'll be 4 p.m. Pacific time.
Okay.
So what time zone are you in?
Pacific. I'm in Seattle.
Oh, that's right. What am I thinking?
Yeah, he said, don't come to Seattle.
We're
I'm
neighbors.
sorry.
Yeah,
for
he's
crying
your
out loud.
neighbor.
That's right.
Wait, who is a closer neighbor? Is it Portland or where the fuck you are?
Seattle's closer to
Seattle's
Canada.
way
Portland.
closer,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
Okay.
Portland's another 4 hours south of us.
Okay, that's what I was thinking, but I was like, so it's like what, 5 hours from Vancouver then?
No,
Uh,
like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
I lived in Lakewood and Tacoma for about 8 years.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
fuck that.
Where
Sick and
are
tired
you
of the
now?
rain.
Where are you
If I
now?
see another pine tree, I'm blowing my face off.
Where are you now, empathetic?
I am back home in Cincinnati. I was
Okay,
in the Army, stationed out of Fort Lewis.
gotcha.
WKRP in
Do you have an
Cincinnati.
easier name than Empathetic Atheist?
Huh?
Do you have an easier name than Empathetic Atheist?
I mean, you can call me EA or Justin.
Okay.
TA.
Jeff.
Electronic
game.
Arts.
Oh.
Jordan, let me ask you this. Do you remember? Well, you might be a little young for this. Do you remember
like
a show
12.
called Almost Live? That was like the Seattle version of Saturday Night Live. It had what's his name? Bill Nye the Science Guy was in it. That's where
I've
he
heard-
started.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've heard of it.
Yep.
'Cause I was
Yep.
a big Bill Nye fan, but I've never actually seen it.
And then they had was it Mikichi?
Kichi.
Well, they're party outside.
Are those the people
Grilling
grilling?
and chilling.
Do you remember, Neil, do you
Hang on.
remember?
Social distancing, you fucking morons!
So to be fair, also not a joke, but yes. Do you remember, Neil, on that show when Bill Nye saved the
The Stanley Cup from
No, he
Oh.
saved what was the name of the old
Stanley Cup.
That's never coming to Vancouver. Sorry, man. I'm a fan. As a fan, I'll let you know that. No, he saved the not the old the dome where the Seahawks used to
Tacoma
play.
Dome. The Tacoma,
Yeah.
or not
Yeah.
the
No.
sorry, the King Dome.
Yeah,
Kingdom.
he saved the Kingdom
Yeah.
on that show.
Speed Walker Man.
Yes, and he's got
Speed
these
Walker Man.
the
Yeah.
shorts. I'm
Oh,
telling you, man.
wow.
I
Oh
know
my God, it was
I know
so
how
funny.
large his dick is.
Because
you can see
Weird
it.
flex, but
He
okay.
would just know. He's got
Adidas shorts were never good at hiding anything.
Yeah,
Back
yeah.
then.
Well,
Why do you think I buy you Adidas shorts?
oh, there it is. So because Bill Nye has always had, BDE, right? He's always had big.
Trying to see how cold it is outside.
Yeah,
Tell what religion you are.
Yeah,
Right?
but you watch that video though, and you're like, huh. Really
well, that's why.
Easy to have energy when it's already there. So it's like that video is great. It's on YouTube if you guys haven't seen it. Yeah,
they're all on YouTube.
Man. Yeah,
Just Google Speedwalker Man and Billy Kwan. That was another one that was just so fucking funny. Especially the pool game where he ends up throwing the fucking was it the little rack and he ends up ringing around what's his name's head there, Mikichi or whatever his head. Oh my god, it was so funny. And they did a spoof of Miami Vice called Ballard Vice.
Ballard Vice.
I haven't seen that one. I watched that.
Oh my god, that's
hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it did.
no, I was -8 years old when this TV show came out. That's way ahead of my time.
I was already 100 by then.
Oh, I have people at work because I go in there and I train a lot of people at Best Buys and stuff like that. And there are kids that are 18 and they were born after 9/11.
You are literally old enough to be there.
And I've done that before.
Father.
I've been like down in Texas. I was like, because I graduated from school in Texas. I was like, oh, so you're 18. How old's your mom?
Graduate in Texas?
Pretty low percentage. I was like, oh, how old?
Some of us do, but not very often.
Like, how old is your mom? And when is your birthday? Because there's a chance. Like, we graduated the same year. All right then.
Dad?
And I was up in Arlington. And we played in December of 2000. We played high school football my senior year. We went to state in Texas. So I was in Dallas. Yeah.
Just get him a pair of Adidas shorts and you'll be able to tell right away.
Yeah. I have kids that are like, I'm not comfortable with this. I'm like, yeah, I could literally be your dad. Talking about odd. You're like, oh, you remember? No, you don't remember 9/11. What? Stop talking to me. So
yeah.
I'm old, Neil. I'm old.
You're old. Oh, shut up.
That's why I said it to you.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
You have better hair than I do.
No, how you respond to that is saying an age level.
He's got his cane
like,
over here.
It's a level.
Well, I
it's
threw my
not an
back
age.
out.
Oh.
Yeah. I threw my back out a little while ago. No, it's fine now, but I have one of these somewhere. It's probably buried in the trunk of my car. Because in '98, I was rear-ended by a 98-year-old, weird, a 98-year-old lady in the intersection. I was shot out, and my back has been fucked ever since. Every once in a while, my sciatica flares up. And I was at work the other day. This is going back a few weeks now, probably about a month. And I was putting my work boots on, and I moved the wrong way, and that was it. I needed a cane for a couple of weeks so I could just move around.
That's all it takes is just something stupid, and then bam.
Exactly. And
it's a fabulous color.
Oh yeah. I thought it was pretty cool. The other one was like this weird pukey red color, so I went with this one. It's got this kind of neat little cracked glass sort of look to it. It's really cool.
Very styling.
Hey, when you're injured, let's try to be styling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. Doing that. I have my stuff taken. Go ahead, Neil.
It's my show. Fuck.
I
know. Jeremy and Jordan, do you guys ever have guests on your show?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Jordan's totally in charge of that though. Jordan's the boss.
I don't know why you keep saying that, Jerm. This is our show.
He's the boss. It's his baby.
Oh, he's been touting you all night.
Jerm. Oh, whatever. Yeah, we have guests. We've kind of been taking a break from it, but I'd like to get back into having more guests on the show.
No, I'd be down for it if you ever need someone to fill a plug or plug of, you know what I mean.
Yeah. What's your favorite pop culture of all time, Neil?
My favorite pop culture.
Yeah, movie, TV show, book.
Oh, okay.
Fandom.
What's your fandom?
Well, of course. Oh, geez, there's too many to talk about.
The Bible.
The 10 Commandments is the best
the
movie
Old
ever.
Testament, buddy, because I was raised as a Jew. So
15, 10 commandments.
Yeah, the old Mel Brooks. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, he's not Neil the 604 Vulcan.
I would say fandom-wise, anything pretty much sci-fi. Like you name it, like the Star Wars, the Star Treks, TV-wise, Stargate, Babylon 5.
Okay.
Battlestar Galactica.
Nice.
Yeah, yes, even Galactica 1980, where they had those cool ass motorcycles that flew.
Well, from what I understand, the original Battlestar Galactica is the only Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, come on. Exactly. I mean, where
I
else did the little
disagree. I
robot
love
dog
the
that...
new
Oh, the
one.
new one was great, but
It's
it's...
Until they
pretty good.
ended it, then it was terrible.
What about Buck Rogers, man? Buck
Bitty, bitty, bitty,
Rogers.
bitty, bitty, bitty.
Yeah, exactly. Twiggy. Fucking that shit is... I had the figures. And I also had the figures for the Black Hole Disney movie. Like little... And apparently those things are worth a fucking fortune now.
Wow.
But no, I had to go live in Israel for 2 years. And my parents sold all my fucking Star Wars figures and everything at a garage sale. It's like, that's it. You're out of my will.
Parents, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm threatening them that they're out of my will. And I'm like, yeah, you'll be dead long before I am. So.
Yeah.
Well, we're a little underrepresented for sci-fi. Germ and one of our other hosts, Patricia, is about the only serious sci-fi fans we have. We should get you all together to do a sci-fi episode.
That'd be sweet. And I don't know if you guys are... Well, you probably realize... You'll recognize... Just give me one quick second here.
I'm trying to think it's more.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Something a little more in the league of the younger generation, because I was sucked into this by my ex-wife's kids. Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, nice. Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. His trap card has been activated.
My trap card has been activated. Yeah. So I literally have probably hundreds of thousands of cards because I can actually afford to play the game.
Okay. All right.
So
I've been searching for the penis of Exodia, but have never been able to find it.
Well, they're the right, the left, the right arm, left arm, they're all there. I have all that shit. The original versions too, the Legend of Blue Eyes versions. Only 2 of them are first edition. I'm kind of working on that.
See, I was more of the Pokemon.
Yeah, I was a Pokemon
Pokemon
guy.
with me too.
Well, I play Pokemon Go, and I played the card game. It's fun.
But the thing is with Pokemon is I'm done after the first 151.
I got like up to gold, silver, and I don't know anything after that.
No,
Not even gold, silver.
Anything
original.
past like Hoot Hoot and all that stuff? Nah. I'm good. I'm good.
I got to tell you, I used to play. I was very good friends with the guy that ran a comic book store, and I remember the day I was in there helping him sort some of the new editions of the comics that had come out at the time. So, like I had shit like the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles episode or issue
Number 1
up. Yep, all black and white and shit. And because he would hook me up, and I had a box there that he would put shit in, and like Punisher's first appearance and Spider-Man, that kind of shit.
Nice.
The first X-Men all the way up, which I've given all of my comics to my cousin because he's a collector. And I said, if you ever sell them, cut me in for a quarter of what you make, and I'm good. But Magic the Gathering came out as a card game. And I had boxes of this shit. I had 15 copies of Black Lotus.
Okay.
Black Lotus.
All right.
Each single card, Black Lotus, I think is worth about 15 grand.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Right? If I'd had kids, I could have put all of them through college.
Wow. Just on
But what did I do? In 96, I got out of the game, and I sold them to a buddy of mine that I was living with because he just loved the game. I said, oh, look, you got a whole bunch of Black Lotus cards. These are worth a couple $100. I'm like, I don't care. And at that time, it was in 96. They were only a couple $100. Now, I was watching some fucking show in there where some dude had a collection that he took into Antiques Roadshow, and these things are worth like 15 grand. I'm like, what? Where's that fucking hammer? I want to hit myself in the head with this.
Well, we found the other day, because Susan collects the Star Wars Funko Pops.
I do.
And we found an ultra rare one. Yeah. And we thought it was a scam.
Oh, yeah, the one that's actually getting mailed to us.
It's a Mandalorian one, and it's super fucking rare.
Yeah.
And we found it.
Yep.
And we didn't pay a lot for it.
Like $20 for it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is worth, a lot more than that.
Provided it's not a fake.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of this show? The Mandalorian.
I am
fucking
saving the
love it.
last couple episodes because I don't want it to end.
It's not going to end. It's coming back.
Well, I know, but I don't want the first season to end yet. I want to
thought
hold
it
on to
sucked.
that. Like, there's still so
didn't
much
like
more
it?
I have to look forward to.
It was bad.
I love
Sucked.
Baby Yoda
The
still.
only thing good about it was Baby Yoda.
He's not even Yoda. He's
wait.
just the same species as Yoda.
Baby
Yoda's
Yoda
the
is
best.
adorable. I already bought my replica. I'm waiting for it in the mail. I'm very excited, but the rest of the show sucked.
Wait, we haven't
When
talked about
you
this,
wish
so I didn't know you needed
upon a
Mandalorian.
Death Star.
Make no difference where you
God.
Like
are.
every single scene that Baby Yoda was in, I'm just like,
You guys should see what he did to the Baby Yoda picture. He put my hair and bandana on Baby Yoda.
I
this-
love
and this
that.
little
I
thing
saw the
right
one the
here.
other day
Love
where he did
that.
it with Uncle Grandpa. That was fucking
That was
hilarious.
fucking. Well, it's because I said I'm literally Uncle Grandpa. So.
that was the easiest meme I've ever done. It was like 30 seconds. I'm like, yep, that'll do.
No, yeah.
Oh, hey, Rory. Sorry, I
That
didn't
should-
see you come in here.
That should that Funko Pop should be here in a couple of days.
Yeah.
And
We
so-
got it so long ago that it was before he got the job in Oregon.
Nope, sorry,
So
Rory.
we're waiting. We're waiting for that to get rerouted here.
Yeah, it was in Arlington yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Monday, one of those. And
Something
so
like
it's going to be here, and that thing is like, whoever's carrying that
Does not realize how much money they're carrying
yep.
right now.
And so that one's going to be in a protected
Choo
case.
choo, motherfucker!
Yeah, we got a few of the rare ones. We got the first one ever made.
It's cool how
Yeah.
you can make swear words sound so nice when you sing them, right?
I know, right? and the fact that I just look like I shouldn't be cursing nearly as much as I do.
Hang on, I'll show you guys
Like,
for a second here. Where
I
is
What
it?
does that look like?
Oh, this is fucking genius.
Susan looks innocent.
I do. It's deceptive. It's very deceptive. No, I've got a ton of like
She got a lot
Funko
of
Pops.
Funkos.
I have a lot of Funko Pops. It's basically all that I got for Christmas, my birthday, and Valentine's was Funko
It
Pops.
was all I could think of.
He got me a really. He got me the giant Han Solo with the Millennium Falcon.
I think Neil, you've seen that one.
One's great.
Yes. Yes.
Yep,
Love that one.
Well, I also got myself Cthulhu.
Yeah.
It's a 10-inch Cthulhu. I thought you were bringing him with you.
He's very blessed Cthulhu, obviously.
But no, she got almost all the ones from last year's convention.
Yeah.
All the gold ones.
He's got me a couple of chases, a couple of the Porg chases.
Yep. So the other rare ones that aren't
Yeah.
quite as expensive.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, she's got quite a few.
Oh my god, I remember that show.
Oh man,
Oh my
that
god.
is great.
Oh,
What do you mean
Cartoon
remember that show? I still watch it.
Cartoon Network.
Like your
Oops, sorry about that.
Those are nice.
You like that? You like that? You like that?
Yeah.
And the talking fanny pack.
I'm
So
going
you
for
probably
the. Yeah, I'm going
transferred
for the
everything
new
over to your computer, huh?
one. Well, no, I just opened the window.
Now I really, really want to go watch some Cartoon Network.
I don't know if we have that. I don't know.
No, we don't.
No, I can put it on PlayStation.
Yep.
When
The
did
only
Cartoon
thing.
Network stop being good? That's my question for everybody.
When
do
does
that.
what?
When do you think Cartoon Network stopped being good?
After
Early
Johnny
2000s.
Bravo. Yeah, after Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
I don't think it was ever good.
Oh,
Oh, come on. Well, Nickelodeon. Let's get.
Yeah, there
Back
was
in the
always
day.
like the Nickelodeon Cartoon Network wars for like, Nicktoons versus Cartoon Network stuff. And
Here in Canada, we have Teletoon, which is
oh yeah.
which has a lot of really cool shit. They have the Adult Swim stuff at night, and
Yeah.
where you get like BoJack Horseman and
nice.
No,
Yeah.
no, he's strict. Is it on Adult Swim now? I thought he was strict to the Netflix.
Yeah, he's Netflix.
BoJack Horseman. No, they
Yeah.
still they can air older episodes, like stuff that's now
Oh.
in quote unquote syndication or whatever.
Oh,
Nice.
weird.
Because even
That's so
Netflix will let their shit go into syndication after a while.
That's so weird.
That's cool.
That's
Ah.
so strange.
Yeah, it's probably in Canada.
Eh.
34 million people, 331 million. They probably don't.
Hey, well, no, we're almost at 40 million, mister.
Yeah, that's true. That is
What-
true.
What you can, I always say the way to figure out the approximate, what's the word I'm looking for? Population of Canada
a hard
generally
word
is
there.
on par with California.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Seems
I was
right.
looking at earlier population density. Right, ours is 25.
Yeah.
25 persons per square kilometer, which is not a lot comparatively. Canada is 4.
I know, right? Well, we have so much space here.
What's funny,
everyone in Canada lives at the border.
yeah. What's funny is that the United States is larger than Canada by
like
it's not much. Yeah, we are large. The United States, thanks Alaska.
it's like what?
Oh
10
yeah. I keep forgetting about Alaska
10
and
versus
Hawaii too.
Don't worry, everybody forgets about Alaska. Don't worry.
You guys have like 49 feet extra or something.
It's not very much. It's not
It's
100.
10, like
No.
10.
36 per
Something.
square kilometer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Canada has better
Whereas, like,
TV shows.
Tom and Jerry was always
Letterkenny-
fun. You're
But,
showing your age.
I was looking at that. Over 60% of Americans live within 100 miles of the border around. So if you took like a look like the United States and draw it 100 miles in all the way around, over 60%
Yeah.
of the people. So that's why New York, and I was like, look, Boston's getting more infections, and New Jersey. Just wait until that Boswash thing happens down to Washington, D.C. That's what it's going to be. And then now it's growing in Alabama, and it's going to hit, which is really bad. That's like
'cause they have
unhealthy central.
Zero healthcare.
Yeah. And
The
then
great thing about the Pacific Northwest guys is the air is so clear here. The coronavirus doesn't stand a chance.
You know what? And you are truly right, because once I got out the military,
No, I'm not, dude.
No, for real. Like
that's
when I
fake
came back
news.
to Cincinnati from Washington, I stepped off the plane in Cincinnati and thought I was breathing a car in. Just like had my mouth around the exhaust.
We have trees.
yeah,
A lot of them.
trees breathe it in. That's why the trees stay
Glorious.
green.
Yeah.
That's why it's the car exhaust.
I like that I can
That's
say we do have that
Yes. Oh, man.
because,
Motherfucker, I'm
because
not
I
here.
live here.
What?
So, hey, people, I gotta jump off.
You can have this.
If Roy or Randolph want to jump in my stead.
Well,
But I gotta
I'm gonna
go.
be in about 10 minutes. I got to take off too. So at about 7:30 my time, we'll be
Which is
ending
our
this
time,
thing.
too.
Yeah.
That's right. Now you guys are on
It's-
my time too.
Yeah,
And of
7:30.
course,
It's
Jordan's
pushing
time.
on 10:30
And Jordan,
here, so.
And Jordan. Yep.
Yeah. Look at that. It's like more than half of the people in here. So that's the only one that matters now.
No, it's exactly half the people in here.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2,
Oh
3.
yeah, well you have two in one frame. Come on, this doesn't count.
Oh, I don't,
Yeah, it counts.
You're conjoined twins at this point.
It feels like the Brady Bunch. Like I should be looking down and then over, or oh no, I got to look this way because it's all backwards and shit.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's weird. When I started doing, I was like, okay, so Jordan's over here. Before I would be like, he's over here. Nope. Yeah, there it is. Yep.
Yeah, weird, right? So you got to point the opposite direction.
I don't think it's that
It's
way.
like I'm poking
that one
Justin
is.
in the head right now.
There's Jeremy over there. IQ is up here behind Susan's head.
I'm gonna give Jordan a Gordie Howe elbow.
I can't tell.
Give
Can't
Neil
do
a
it.
non-coronavirus high five. Like, hey.
Yeah. Wait, whoa, no, there we go.
Let's run over this, Neil.
It's like we all know it's backwards.
Look at Jeremy. He's like, why the fuck did I agree to this?
What have I gotten myself into?
What
Are you
is
tipping
flaming?
Moscow mules over there, Jeremy? Is that what I saw?
Am I doing what?
Moscow mules? Is that what you're tipping over there?
No, I'm too poor for Moscow mules now because I'm unemployed.
Oh,
So it's still a copper mug, but it's vodka and LaCroix.
yeah. Okay.
Noise.
Ooh,
Noise.
Yeah.
Fancy as shit.
Yeah.
sounds
Animal
tasty.
Crossing, is that what
That's what I
Is that
thought,
what-
yeah.
okay, she
I
was
Is it
thought
that
that's what it was.
We were talking about it.
I got Budweiser and the letters are written in cursive. Is that fancy enough for you?
That's fancy as shit.
I say you take a shitty American beer and make it seem like it's actually good.
Oh, Justin. Now at least there's somebody in here that knows what the
Uh-oh.
fuck I'm talking about.
Uh-oh.
Do you do IPAs at all?
Oh, fuck IPAs.
I've tried them. I've tried them.
Yeah?
Nobody
That's
needs to
drinking
drink
an
You're
IPA.
the only one in
You
here
guys
that
just
will
have
know
fucking-
what
you guys-
Rheingeist is.
Yeah,
That's a
no,
country
Ron
engine.
guys. I've tried it before.
No.
It's more of like
yeah.
if you left your beer sitting out for like 4 years and then try drinking it. I mean, that's how I feel about Rheingeist. Now, when it comes to like really good beer, I think my favorite good beer, like when October rolls around and I go to Oktoberfest, they got this stuff called Warsteiner Dunkel.
Oh,
And that-
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Warsteiner
That
alright.
shit is
That's alright.
dope.
It's still only, I think it's only like 6% though, ABV.
I don't
Where-
think anybody actually likes IPAs. I think they claim
What is that?
Public safety message. Everybody get your asses inside now. The entire state.
Really?
Damn.
Go Colorado.
Shit.
It's really funny because they've already issued this for Denver, like the county of Denver, and we have a tri-county area, which is 3 counties all under one public health department. And they also issued this warning, and one county in the tri-county was like, no, our freedom. We are not doing this. We're going to defect from the tri-county. Fuck this. We're not doing this. You're intruding on our freedom. And like an hour later, the governor came out and was like, well, okay, we're going to do this for the whole state. So if you're going to defect from the tri-county, you still have to do it. And it just went into effect just now.
Wow.
So Colorado is shut down.
Really glad I made my way through there a couple days ago.
Yeah.
We've been shut down since Monday in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
We
Since
had
Monday. But I have a quote unquote essential job.
Oh, I'm glad they actually have labeled because I don't think there's some other states that aren't considering HVAC stuff as essential, which I can't comprehend why it wouldn't be essential. They don't realize that it can shit can fall apart real fucking quick without that stuff.
Yeah. My issue with HVAC right now is that they're still running service calls like regular tune-ups. I'm going to come here and make sure everything's okay. Well, we can wait 3 months before we come out and look at your air conditioning system since it's still 40, 50 degrees outside.
Yeah, you're fine for now. There's no
come
emergency.
look at that right now.
Yeah.
So we're working with the company right now to try and get that problem fixed.
Are they at least providing y'all with any sort of
I have one
protective
N95
stuff?
mask that I reuse over and over and over again.
Damn.
Which that's pretty much it.
That's just
I had to fend for
harrowing.
some hand sanitizer, and then I have to have the customer sign on my tablet that I use to write everything up with, and I'm in about 4 houses a day, so I'm almost guaranteed to get this crap.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, it's
You
It's
smoke,
bad.
though, don't you?
Yeah.
huh?
You smoke, don't you?
Yeah,
yeah, I'll burn it out.
and I have a positive blood type.
Oh my goodness.
Is A positive more at risk?
Yep.
Apparently,
Oh,
it's
it's
one of the
an
rarer types.
Poor guy.
Oh, that's really awful, dude.
Yeah.
Wash your hands every time you touch something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah. I have a little thing of hand sanitizer out in the truck, but I'm trying to bring it down to where our company's only running if your shit's broke, then we'll come out and fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
Um,
my company's real big on making money, so
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
want to shut down.
Yeah.
For,
Yeah.
Yeah,
They don't
fuck the
give a
people.
shit about they don't give a shit about their people. They just care about their
Yeah.
profit.
So I'm gonna point something out here real quick.
Yes.
In land area, this is why I was so confused because I was talking about it earlier today.
Mhm.
I was
Yes,
so
you are.
confused too. In land area, the United States is larger than Canada. In land area per square kilometer.
Is it really?
Yes,
yeah,
but
Alaska adds a bunch of extra.
but
Ah.
in,
Think about.
but in total area, Canada is larger.
Because that the total area is considering
Oceans.
water. Lakes
Oh.
and shit.
Oh, only land counts. Fuck you, Canadians, with that shit. Great Bear Lake and bullshit.
How did it take me pointing that
What do you
out
think's
to
underneath that
never
water? More land.
Uh,
No,
you guys didn't know anything about Great Bear Lake, did you? How many Americans
Inhabitable.
know about that shit?
Actually, I'm kind of
Uninhabitable.
surprised. That's impressive.
I know some weird shit, man. Don't.
It's true.
Yeah, the guy I'm arguing with on Twitter right now, he's like, "Oh yeah, well, first century Christians, they weren't Jews, they were Christians. They were worshiping a whole different thing. They were a whole different religion." I said, "Nope, they were Jews."
See, I just created my Twitter account on Monday when I did my deconversion story with Neil. So I have yet to get into a argument with somebody on Twitter. Now, Facebook, I'm part of 10 different groups all day long.
Yeah,
I
it's not
got
a matter of
figured
if, it's a matter of when.
Yeah. it
Once
is.
you get to I'm at a point now where I filtered out notifications from anybody that doesn't follow me because there were so many goddamn arguments all the time about everything I said. I could say I didn't like I didn't like the new Star Wars. God forbid, all of the arguments. So now I just filtered it all out, and my life is real happy now.
Yeah, getting rid of all that waste on Twitter is the best thing I've ever done.
Yeah, that's why I don't follow the president. I just see his bullshit.
Oh yeah,
I have him muted, so every time somebody retweets him into my timeline, I'm just like,
wait,
right. Well, everyone's saying, "Oh, his tone is so improved. He's acting real presidential now." It's like, well, look at his Twitter. He'll be nice on like the stage for 5 minutes and turn around and be a dick on Twitter again.
Yeah.
What I hate is that I have looked into philosophy quite a bit and in the logical fallacies, and Donald Trump will be fallacious throughout every single talk that he has. He will use arguments that people are like, oh, well, that makes a lot of sense, when in reality it doesn't make a bit of sense at all.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because the people that don't recognize logical fallacies don't know that it is one, and to them it sounds like a good argument. And that makes sense. It's something that we, if you'd never studied them, you don't know and don't notice them. Like you don't notice moving the goalposts. Like something happened last night. I was on Mike McFamon's channel, and I used a guy's argument against him, and he's like, well, yeah, but they're not like we are here. So, and I was like,
I love doing that because I'm a reverend for Pastafarianism. So
nice.
I'm an ordained minister with a flying spaghetti monster.
Hell yeah.
I've read the Bible. It's good.
It's great.
It is funny. If you want, you can come and look at the guy that you can look at the conversation I have with this guy like right now, pretty much. I haven't responded to him in a while, but I told him why 1 Corinthians 15 doesn't plan out. And I don't recommend responding to him. Please, in fact, don't. Because it's not because I'm not going to. No, it's for your own good. Like, seriously. His name is Josh Werhermeyer. I don't know. It's a weird spelling.
Yeah, something like that.
It's Werhermeyer. I don't know. There's too many. He's got an H in the middle of too many vowels. And and yes, the conversation that he and I are having, you can read it. I don't recommend responding.
What's your Twitter handle?
I am. Well, my name is Susan's boyfriend. But if it's okay with Neil, I'll give it out.
Oh, of course, dude. I'm all about looking fucking people up.
I'm just saying. Yeah, it's Atheist Husker on the Twitter. Of course, also follow our show, Divine Disbelief, and if you have a chance, so you follow the Corgis at Dose Corgis 15.
Hey, there we go. Okay.
Insta.
And I'm Motel Cowboy, obviously.
Yeah. So you know the girlfriend's on there too. Fallacious with Monica Lewinsky.
Sorry, Randall, I don't even have you on the screen, but I was on a different screen. I'm trying to get. Yeah, I'm about to bring this to an end. So
I know.
Neil, you got to put that chat from Rory up.
Cool.
What?
You got to put that chat from Rory up.
Empathic atheist. That's pretty awesome. You're an ordained minister.
Is that?
Yeah.
He's an ordained minister of Pastafarianism. That's awesome.
Yep. Next time I go to get my license, I'll have a fucking noodle strainer on my head.
That's and that is
you have to send that picture.
That is your legal right to do that. It really is.
Pastafarianism is funny to me because I used to give a talk to Jehovah's Witnesses where I would slam Pastafarianism. So now every time I hear it, it just makes me laugh because I used to talk shit about it.
No, see, I use the Pastafarian faith to bring the same argument to theists, to Christians and whatnot, and be like, well, I'm going to use your exact argument that you just used for the flying spaghetti monster,
I believe,
and see how much credibility it holds equally to your God.
Yeah, the Bible is amazing. I bought it and read it, and it's so good. It's brilliant.
It is an amazing work of poetry.
Yeah.
It has
Begad.
Stop. There is the songs that are in there, everything. That is no, you can really stop. I
leave that up for empathic to see. It's
I
spaghetti
love
speed
reading
as opposed to Godspeed.
Like was he reading it earlier? Right?
Oh, empathic needs to see that.
Yeah, it was.
Show it again for empathic.
Yes, please.
He missed it.
There's,
you could send it to him directly.
Oh yeah.
Friend, that's good.
Look at that.
There's the credentials right there.
Oh wow.
Looks like a piece of paper with your name on it.
No, it's a piece of license.
I hear an echo.
Yeah, that's Randolph.
Randolph again. Yeah,
And then I already got the Bible right here.
nice.
Reading the Gospel of the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
That is awesome.
He boiled for your sins.
Yeah.
Yep.
You've been touched by his
Noodly appendage.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's a good question from Ted Flanders. You saw that one. I have an answer. Then I'll let you guys answer first if you want.
Oh, this is. Did you see this? Did you see this?
It's a good question.
I think my answer is
Head Flanders.
What would I think? What would I think if a pantheon? And that's not how you spell pantheon. But if a pantheon of gods showed up, let's say the Greek gods, I'd be like drinking with the motherfuckers.
I'd be propositioning for them for sex. Man, they were hot.
Everything you could.
All right. I kind of got to back Jeremy up on this one.
Yeah.
I would try and figure out who roofied me and why I'm hallucinating.
I would want some sort of
I need that costume.
Nice. What would you think? Like,
What I think?
I think
I'd be
that
thinking,
question usually.
these are cosplayers.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
question usually is a leading question.
Yeah, it's
Um,
like how do you know that they would be actual Greek gods?
Yeah.
And what evidence would you have?
Yeah,
to-
how would they
to
demonstrate
give me,
that,
like,
right?
to
Yeah.
show me, to convince me that they are?
How did
Actual
you
God.
how did you get rid of hallucination and delusion out of this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you
Yeah.
rule that out first?
Right.
I love that Susan is
Because
so
mushrooms are
skeptical.
fucking trippy.
So are roofies, trust me.
Roofies.
Susan.
Once again, I'm kicking him out of the chat.
Right. No, Susan being skeptical. I don't know. She's beautiful and gorgeous and funny. That's why
Beautiful,
the sexiest
gorgeous,
thing.
and skeptical.
Yeah, being skeptical is like the sexiest thing about her. Like I promise,
Thanks,
Susan. I
babe.
promise.
Wait. I'm going to rewind this because I swear you said boobs earlier.
Also, yes.
That too.
We're talking physical and
Yeah.
mental at this point. So put them both together. She's got awesome tits, and she's skeptical. Okay,
Skeptits.
skeptic tits.
I like it.
That's gonna be my new display name on Twitter. Is
I
skeptits.
like it. I think you totally should do that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Skeptics.
So how would Athena show me that she's Athena? Right? Would I get another? Would she bring her two sisters along and have the riddle for Paris again?
I don't know. My favorite was Hecate. I think she was the one with the loom.
Yeah, nice.
Mhm.
And the amount of people that, by the way, and usually it's an American thing again, that don't know about Greek mythology is it is a travesty. Because you wouldn't have so many Christians if you knew about Greek mythology.
Wait, skeptits.
Right.
They're
Well, and
skeptits.
that's the other thing, because
Skeptics.
like I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness, and like I wasn't really allowed to watch anything with Greek mythology, so I wouldn't
Really?
I wouldn't know anything about the Greek gods, so they'd have to explain themselves to me in the first place.
Right.
So no
Wait,
original
so-
Clash of the Titans, or
No, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like the
Oh,
Hercules, the Disney Hercules movies were like the extent of Greek mythology I could ever watch.
So
And I wasn't allowed to watch that. It was
You know what?
like you'd be
It's not
worshiping
that
false
bad.
gods.
Right.
Yeah.
I've heard a whole bunch of different numbers, but coming from you from where you grew up at Germ, what's the magic number of people that get into heaven?
144,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
144,000. Everyone else goes to paradise.
Yeah, wasn't that in 1919 1917?
Oh, don't even keep track of the dates. Nobody can.
when I was growing up, it was pretty much like most of them have already gone, so no one else. They were saying that's what they were saying, and most of them have already gone, so no one else is going, is what they were saying when I was growing up.
Yeah.
But they're continuing that narrative now, and most
What
of
a
those
fucking
people have
rip-off.
died already. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's religion for
I
you. It's a
can't go
rip-off.
because I was born too late.
Yep.
right.
What about everyone that was born before Jesus came around? Are they not saved?
Well, no, that's
They'll be resurrected to earth, not to heaven. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause for the eternal life on paradise.
Yeah.
yeah. And then if you read
You can't make logical sense of JW beliefs. Don't even try.
Yeah, there is no point in that.
Well,
No logic.
Muhammad
Not gonna.
ascension to heaven.
well, feel free to
Not
read the apocryphal
the answer to everything. 42.
42. Yes, it is. The
Yeah.
answer to life,
Life,
the
the
universe, and
and
everything in
everything.
it. But read the apocryphal Gospel of Peter. That's where you get the answer to who all will be able to go to heaven if they've heard about the gospel or not.
Right.
Right now I'm reading the book of Judah.
Oh,
Okay, just-
Book of Judah is
I'm
good.
aware
Yeah, that's
of
pretty
she
that.
just
good.
lost your audio. She can't hear you.
Yeah, my back hurts.
But that's
Oh,
the
I
cross
feel that.
hops out of the empty tomb behind two angels and Jesus. They're supporting Jesus. The cross hops out, and it's a
by
metaphor,
itself.
obviously. Yep. And a voice,
It's like a pogo cross.
a voice booms down from heaven and says, "Did you deliver the gospel?" And this is the exact phrasing, but did you deliver the gospel to those who were asleep? And the
Is that,
cross
were you
responds,
there? How do you know
Yeah.
that was the exact one?
This is from Peter. It's an eyewitness from Peter, and the cross says yes. So that right there, by the way. Is
So now the
how-
cross speaks?
Yeah.
Not just animals,
didn't
but
see
the
that,
fucking
did you?
wooden
Correct.
cross speaks now?
Yes. Yes.
I'm just imagining it now with like a cartoon
Oh.
smiley face.
Well, yeah, no, no.
Me too.
Popping
Well, it gets
around.
better. So Peter is there.
Paperclip in Windows. When it was,
Peter is there. The sun rises. The centurion are there, and then an angel comes, or no, two men come down from heaven, and they roll away the boulder or whatever, the rock, which somehow Joseph Arimathea put there. Whatever. Anyways, and so the centurion run off to tell.
Hey,
whoever the fuck-
Nacha.
And
Notch's
Nacha,
here.
Yeah. And,
Another XJW.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's my buddy.
And Peter is there, and he sees these two men. They go into the
One too many
tomb,
O's, Nacha.
and they come back out, and they are so tall. They're so tall that their heads go up to the sky, and then they come back out, and they are supporting somebody, supporting a man who is as tall as them, but also taller, and his head goes into the heavens. And this is Jesus, because he's taller and his head's in the heavens. He's more important. And then behind them hops the cross, and that's when the voice from heaven, who is Yahweh, because Jesus is seen as an angel and not divine at this point. Paul never saw him as anything but an angel, anyways. And
No, he was on drugs. He never saw him, actually.
Paul was
Says
awesome.
the unknown author that wrote the Book of Paul,
Yeah,
or
Peter,
who
yes.
represented Paul.
And that's the eyewitness account from Peter, is that he saw the cross speak to the voice in heaven and said, "Yes, I have told those who are asleep." And that's where the idea that anybody, if they even never hear the gospel, they'll hear it when they die,
Right.
and that way they can be saved. That's where that comes from.
Yep.
So just so you know, when everybody tells you, "Yeah, oh, they'll have the chance," oh, that comes from the hopping cross, right? Just so you know.
And now I have this urge to start singing. Always look on the bright side of life. And I'm picturing the cross hopping while I'm singing.
Yes.
Like that little
That's-
ball
I
that
don't
used to
know.
go along the words. So you,
Yeah.
This is the cross.
I don't
Sing
know if
along
you saw earlier
with
with,
the
me
bouncing
when I
cross.
was popping my back. I was just like,
Randolph, you're not making this easy for me.
Ow.
We're the hero dice for the
That's
weekend.
Yeah.
I can get into a
That
lot of
looks
that.
like it was edited.
Oh,
mildly.
That
Neil,
reminds me, if you guys haven't ever seen what is that? The thing down under with Matt Dillahunty, Seth Andrews, and Aaron Ra.
The rest
Matt
of the show.
Dillahunty does this one bit called Why Won't You Love Me? And it's one of the greatest things I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, I'll have to look at that. Neil, I got to pee, so I'm going to get out of here.
Yeah, I got to shut this down anyways. I'm already 10 minutes late, but that's okay.
Oh, the deep Mikey. Sorry, I can't help myself. I can't help
Hey,
myself.
yeah, Germ hit me up, and Jordan hit me up on Twitter, and we'll be on each other's shows and whatnot, and try and get each other's.
Yeah,
name
everyone do a little fucking let's
Yeah, a
be on
little
each other's
circle
show
jerk, let's
loving
go.
sort of thing here.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm all about. I'm the community advocate for Canadian atheists, which, by the way, Randolph is the president of.
Yeah,
So
Neil
I'm
is
all
the
about-
atheist whore.
I'm the atheist. I'm the atheist.
An
one.
atheist orgy.
Neil, did you see I put it in the chat earlier. We were talking about donating blood, and the last thing I'm going to say, I get it that. I said that Neil is like the Genghis Khan of donating blood.
That was you that said that. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. For those of you that weren't here for the original show, that's because Genghis Khan had sex with so many women that his DNA, much like Neil's, is in everybody. So, or most Asians anyway.
See, and I was just so like, wait,
All
does
right.
that mean that Neil's fucked a whole bunch of
Now that's
What?
something I
It's his
did not
DNA's
know
in his
about.
blood.
We're not going to get into that because
That's a long
we're
conversation.
not going to get into that
Long
because-
conversation.
because I was quite the player as a kid, so
Good
we're
for
not
you,
going to get
Neil.
into that. Yeah,
Good for
I was all about the being in a band and the girls swooning, and I took advantage of all that shit when I was young.
Well, Neil, if you do have any, and if they have your genetics, they're good people.
Aww.
Well, you're going to make
Or
me
they're
cry.
pieces of shit because the other side of you, but whichever.
Anyway.
Even side, 150 billion. No, I mean, Randall, fuck, man, I'm trying to go. Helping hands. I've been
Is that
there.
from King of the Hill?
I kind of like the machines
damn
that
it, Bobby.
Japanese have. Yeah,
Beavis and Butthead,
Oh, okay. So Mike
Mr.
Judge.
Anderson.
Yeah.
Mr.
same
Anderson.
artists. Yeah.
Yeah, same guy. Mike Judge. Anyways, shit, I had something to say and now I forgot. Fuck you,
Dilbert
Randolph.
Crap right there.
Anyway.
Great Lake Christopher Hitchens.
No, not that. I had something else to say, actually relevant,
Oh.
and hang on here. Let me get my.
Thank you for having me on, Neil.
No, it's not there. Jeremy, it's been an absolute pleasure. I tried to warn you that the after parties could be a little left of right, and
This is
all over the
wild.
place.
You let me and Nathaniel on anything, it's gonna be all over the fucking place. I'm just saying.
Oh, I know. You guys pretty much take over my after parties when
We
you
do.
come on.
We do.
Which is fine. It keeps me from having to speak all the time, and I can just sit back and go.
Yeah.
Except when we start getting into the Pornhub shit, and then I'm just like, what the fuck? No monetization for this video.
Steering it elsewhere.
That's right. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining me today for the interview earlier, and also for the after party today. And again, thanks to Jeremy for joining me. It's great to get to know you a little better, man. And Jordan, we're neighbors for fuck's sakes, pretty much. We're sister cities, as they say.
Oh yeah, right. Murder.
Yeah, absolutely. An empathetic atheist, also known as Justin, who I interviewed just a couple of days ago. So go check that one out. And of course, Nathaniel and Susan have the Divine Disbelief podcast, which are and
Something along
YouTube
those
channel,
lines.
something like that.
Yeah, something
You should
along those lines.
check that
I
out,
think it
'cause,
still exists.
They're just as chatty there as they are here.
Yeah.
So- and of course, the president of Canadian Atheists, Randolph Richardson, who has been in here with us a couple of times this evening, and myself, Neil the 604 douchebag.
You said your name wrong.
I did, right? It's that self-depreciation humor. Anyway, so until next time, guys, like I always say, oh, by the way, check out all the links. There's a link to the original interview below, so you can see the interview I had with Jeremy, which will also point you to the links that's all relevant for Jeremy's stuff, and the Un-cult-ured podcast as well. So their mentally diseased YouTube channel, definitely check it out. And until next time, guys, like I always say at the end of these things, like the late great Christopher Hitchens once said, it's called faith because it's not knowledge. And we shall see you guys next time.